Welcome to the Late Night Boxing Talks. We're live. We're live.
So I saw the WBC says that they are not in a hurry to crown a mandatory challenger at heavyweight for Tyson Fury, which I think is silly, but is within their power to do because they are empowered by those who enable them. If you think about it, the lifeblood of these organizations comes from the sanctioning fees that they collect from fighters looking to be ranked by them. Jay, what it do, Jay? You know, the lifeblood of these organizations basically comes from the fighters. They literally come from the fighters' purses. I believe that it's about 3% or something like that, but that's still 3% too much if you're not doing your job. You shouldn't get any percent of your job. You shouldn't get any percent of the purse if you're not doing your job. And if what you're saying is, oh, well, we're not in a hurry to crown a mandatory at heavyweight, or we're going to let Jamal chill out. We're not going to order him to do nothing. We're just going to let him sit on the belt for 2.5 going on 3 years. We're not going to do nothing, right? If you're a middleweight or you're a heavyweight, well, then you should be terribly vexed. Even if you're not the interim champion, even if you're not towards the top, you know? If you're one of these guys that's ranked at 15 and, anywhere in between 10 and 15 or 5 and 15, you shouldn't be giving these people your money because they're not going to straighten up and fly right until you take it from them. If you keep giving them your money in spite of them brazenly operating the way that they do, it's never going to stop. It's not enough for me, the content creator, to make a video about it. It's not enough for the pundits to talk about it in their articles or their videos or their journalistic stuff. It's not enough for them to do that because the lifeblood of the organization comes from the sanctioning fees that they collect from the fighters. Now you got a whole bunch of guys in them ranks that are literally paying you money out of their purse so that they can achieve a rank. But they don't want to rank just to be ranked. They want to rank because the end game is a title shot. And you're literally delaying that, doing special favors for the champions that you like. I don't understand it, to be completely honest with you. I don't understand how anybody whose job is as difficult as these people's, they ain't punching in a clock and just going through the motions. They punching people in the face, getting punched in their face, right? And you gonna let the World Boxing Council do you like that? It kind of explains why, a little bit at least, when you see that a Jared Anderson says that he's not really interested in belts, you kind of see the point. Like that's not really something that you want to hear from a young fighter, that they don't feel they got to win a belt or they don't feel they got to be undisputed. But at the same time, when you look at the WBC, you're like, well, I could see how you got there. I could see how you arrived at that conclusion. What y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna collect sanctioning fees from me for like 10, 15 fights while y'all doing favors for Fury? And I don't get a title shot because he maybe don't feel like fighting me, and you paying, and you know what I mean? He paying you. Shit is criminal, bro. It's criminal. What it do, Constantine? To me, it's silly that many fighters are paying those people when there are 3 other organizations that you could go through. Now, I know that the WBA is not much better. It's not much better, but it's an option. Also, the WBO and the IBF, They used to say that the WBC title was the most prestigious belt in all of boxing. And I often questioned what that was based on because the WBC is not the oldest belt in boxing. It's actually the WBA. Upon its inception, it didn't used to be called that, though. It used to be called something else, and I believe it was in 1962 that they changed their name to the WBA. And I believe it was in 1963 that the WBC was founded. I believe that was in 1963, but I always wondered, why do they categorize that, or why do some people, because not all people say that, it's not unanimous, everybody doesn't say it. Why do they categorize the WBC as the most prestigious belt in boxing when it's not the oldest belt in boxing? It doesn't have the most history. It's not the most well run organization. If anything, it's the most openly corrupt organization. So what's the prestigious part? What's the prestigious part about it? That Ali held the belt? Ali held the BA too. He held the WBA title too. And you know what? That Lennox Lewis once held the WBC. Yeah, he held the WBC and the WBA and the other one. You know what? The Tyson had it. Tyson didn't just have the WBC. He also had the other two that you needed to be undisputed at the time. So what it do, boxing gems? What it do, Lisa? What it do? Hugurugu. Ya tú sabes, manín. That's a strange thing to say, Hugurugu. But yeah, like I always wondered, where did this narrative start that the WBC is the most prestigious belt in boxing? What is I guess the argument that facilitates that notion? Because near I can tell, all they do is throw the best parties. That's all they really do. They throw that convention, and look, it looks like a lot of fun. But other than that, I don't really see what's supposed to make them more prestigious than anybody else. Like, if anything, you're the most openly corrupt organization, the most meddling organization at that, because think about it. They don't want to let Amanda Serrano fight for 12 3-minute rounds. They will not sanction her fight because she wants to fight for 12 3-minute rounds, right? But notice that the other three organizations ain't saying nothing. They cool. The local commission, the ones who are really in charge with the safety of the fighters, they don't have a problem with it. It's only Mauricio. So it's like, I don't understand, like if they cool and the commission is cool, and it has been done before. Marlon Esparza fought in for 3-minute rounds, unbeknownst to most. She had a fight where she fought for 3-minute rounds. What's the WBC's problem? And the most that I can think of is they're the most meddling organization, the most holier than thou organization. That Mauricio, he fancies himself a promoter, a commissioner. He thinks he's the guy, the go-to guy. He wants to take a stance on wars that don't have nothing to do with him. Like, bro, what the fuck do you care if Russia and Ukraine got beef? You don't care when America got beef with people. You don't take a hardline stance with Americans. So what the fuck do you care if they shooting it out over there? That shit ain't none of your business. He's just the most meddling organization in all of boxing. You come up with a Bridger weight division. What was that? 2 years ago, I think it was. They come up with the Bridger weight division, and it still really hasn't taken off. The other organizations have not followed suit. They don't see the point, You come out with that franchise crap, that franchise bullshit, and thank God that's gone, right? 3 years of that fucking shit. That's ridiculous. Yes, we come out with the franchise designation that it will allow you to pay us extra money to be nicer to Jew. That's all that shit was for. That's all that shit was for. And when Canelo got wise, what he did? I'm going for the world title, bro. Is the world title available? I'll go for that. This franchise shit, I don't know what this shit is, bro. Where the checks and balances. Blitzbone says, most popular belt. Yeah, it's popular. I don't doubt that among the belts, I would say that the World Boxing Council's belt is probably the most recognizable of the alphabets. But in all actuality, the most recognizable belt in boxing is the Ring Magazine title. featured in many major films like the Rocky Balboa series. When Rocky beat Apollo in the second movie, in the second fight, I know because I was there. I had ringside seats. When Rocky beat Apollo, that wasn't a WBC title that he was holding. That was the Ring Magazine title. Shout out to my man Will. It's ridiculous that they will allow Amanda Serrano to defend her belt 12 3-minute rounds, but allowed Wilder to supersede his mandatory to fight tomato cans until he lost the belt. It's facts. Why y'all don't want to let Amanda fight for 12 3-minute rounds? What's your problem? IBF don't have a problem with it. WBO don't got a problem with it. Puerto Rico. WBA ain't got a problem with it, and they older than the WBC. They've been around longer. Most people don't know that. Ring Magazine ain't got a problem with it. The commission in Florida don't got a problem with it. So what's Mauricio's problem? And now you telling people, oh yeah, we don't got no deadline for Jamal to fight nobody. We don't got no deadline for Fury to fight nobody, right? We don't got no deadline for them. But when it come to Amanda, oh no, the safety of the fighters. Let me tell you about the safety of the fighters. You cooked up a belt for a circus fight between a champion and a dude that never boxed before. Francis Ngannou ain't never boxed before. He probably been in a box, but he ain't never boxed before. And y'all are perfectly okay being involved in a fight that involves a dude that never boxed in his life and Fury. What about the safety of that fighter? You shouldn't even want to touch that fight because the integrity of your organization is compromised. Why are you getting involved with what is an obvious novelty act, a circus fight? That's what it is. We all know that's what it is. And we all know how it ends. Why would you be so thirsty to be involved in that? But when Amanda Serrano, 7 division champion, one of the best in the sport, one of the kindest, she want to fight for 12 3-minute rounds, y'all got a problem. You got 2 Russian champions, because it's not like Artur ain't Russian. He is. You got 2 Russian champions, right? Bivol ain't no more Russian than Artur is. But you telling Bivol, no, we will not sanction fights with Russian fight. Your champion is Russian, you fucking moron. Just because he has a Canadian passport doesn't change that he's Russian. He was literally in Russia in the last 12 months. We will not sanction fights involving Russian fighters. Why not? The fuck difference it makes to you what Russia got going on with Ukraine or what Ukraine got going on with Russia? That shit ain't none of your business. You're not a politician. This ain't the UN. This is boxing. Shout out to Jay. WBC is the most precious. Deontay says so, word, right? That's probably why a lot of people think that dumb shit. Because the WBC is the most precious. I got one belt, only one belt, and that's WBC, the most precious. I think that's where a lot of dumb motherfuckers got that shit from. They just go by, if a motherfucker say something, they just go with it. They don't think about it. They just go with it. And got the nerve to tell people, you be pandering. No, you're fucking brain dead. You're brain dead and brainwashed. Fucking idiots. Remember to be, I remember, bro, I remember. Thank you for that, Jay. Thank you for that. They try to get down with anything that's buzzing at the time. You can see that like if something is trending on Twitter or something is trending on the internet, off top, they want to get down. Remember, they wanted to get down with Jake. They wanted to get down with Jake Paul. Every other 10 seconds, they cooking up a belt, a Huichol belt, a fucking a diamond in the desert belt, a Bridgerweight belt, anything. Like they cook that shit up. But if Amanda Serrano want to fight for 12 3-minute rounds, oh, now you have a problem. The science chose, bro. The commission is looking at the same science that you is, motherfucker. The other sanctioning bodies is looking at the same science. The truth is, you think you a promoter. Mauricio think that he's a promoter. The only reason that he don't start promoting fights is because you could get in big trouble doing that. You can't be a sanctioning body and a promoter at the same time. And you could see that, yo, that's what Mauricio want to do. He want to be a promoter. Like, he really want to be like, he want to have like, bro, what the fuck? Peter Curley. I got it. I don't know about liking it. Like, the fuck? Motherfuckers is weird, man. It's just a lot of weird internet shit, man. Weird internet people that think that because they're on the internet, that's a green light to be a fucking weirdo. That's why nobody talks to you in real life. Because you're a fucking weirdo. I should be president. You know, I spoke to a very well-known boxer earlier this week who recommended that I should become WBC president. I won't say the boxer because the conversation is privileged, but they recommended that I should become the president of the World Boxing Council. It wouldn't be good because I would just use it to launder drug money. I would basically use my commercial enterprise as a means to help drug lords and drug dealers from different parts of the world to launder their money through me, to keep the fuzz off their back. So that's probably not good. I mean, I would be corrupt just in a different way. But I'd order fights. I would have ordered Dames versus Charlo a long fucking time ago. I would have been ordered that shit. I don't understand that. If you Carlos Adames, what is the point, bro? Whenever you fight, they take a piece of your money so that they could not order the fight that you say you want. I don't understand that. Like what happened to the fighters like Riddick Bowe? I know. Riddick only dumped the belt to Duck Lennox. But he still did that, like, you know what I mean? Canelo, he kind of put him in a place like, yo, I'm not on y'all time. I'm on Canelo time. He threw the belt. Y'all not gonna be making up deadlines for me, you know? If I'm a dumbass, I would have took that belt. I would have went on Instagram Live. I would have propped up my phone camera on a tripod, and you would have seen me cocking over and taking a shit on the interim title. Cause I'd have been like, yo, y'all motherfuckers really took a piece of my purse for this title so that y'all could turn around and say, oh yeah, we ain't got no deadline for Jamal. He'll come back when he come back, bro. He'll come back whenever he come back, bro. Motherfuckers don't get younger as time passes, you know. The longer it takes for you to either order that fight or elevate him to full champion, the older he gets. And you gonna let them? You crazy. First thing I do is strip Jamal and Fury. Agreed. You just sitting there and taking it. It's not like they not taking something from you. They are. Whenever you fight, if you want them to sanction your fight and you want to stay WBC interim champion, you gotta pay them for that. And for what? So they don't order the fight that you supposed to, you know what I mean? The fight that you want. I don't get that. That's crazy to me. Que lo que es, manín, ya tú sabes, manín. You know what I mean? But like I said, until the fighters stand up for themselves and be like, listen, B, I don't need your belt. I'm going to go for the other one because y'all play too much. See, interim champions perhaps feel so inclined to hang on to the version of the title they have because they are at least close to their goal. I mentioned the Dames, but I see another situation where it's like, if you're a Dames, well, look, we came this far. Let's hang on to it, right? But for those guys ranked at 15 and 10 and 5 that are literally giving the WBC a percentage of their fight purse just to be ranked, you should not be paying those people. Somebody, you need to talk to your manager. Talk to your promoter. Yo, Don't give none of my money to them. All right. Unless I'm fighting the WBC champion, don't give none of my money to them. Y'all not gonna be out here getting a piece of me and a piece of what I got just so that y'all could be lackadaisical, so y'all could be lax with ordering fights. That shit don't even make sense. Like, bro, I'm at rank 15 or I'm at rank 10. I tell my manager, listen, B, don't take no part of my purse and give it to them. I don't need a rank with them. I don't need a rank unless I'm fighting a WBC champion. I don't need a WBC sanction. It's a grift. It's a gimmick. Yeah, we gonna rank all these fighters and we gonna get sanctioning fees from all of them, but only one or two of them are actually gonna get the fight for the title. So then what happens to all that money that y'all been getting from all these people? You know what I'm saying? Need to boycott the WBC, man. Boycott them guys, man. It couldn't be me, dog. I want all my money. All of it. Speaking of money, I made a friendly wager, a gentleman's bet with my man Rico. Rico, you still ain't pay me, bro. I'm waiting. I'm being patient. I'm trying not to put you on blast. This is why I don't gamble on the internet. This is why. Otherwise, I would take more bets. It's been a week. It's been over a week. I think it's been 3 weeks. Saludos Ring. WBC is the only sanctioning body that actively sells full-size WBC belts on their site. They take however they can get it. I'm a W. Yo, I should buy a belt. You know that I wanted to buy a replica belt and just wear it during the lives, but the idea of giving Mauricio more money, nah, son. Maybe I'll get an IBF title. Maybe I could get an IBF title. No, if anything, Dougie. Yo, Dougie, if you listening, come on, B. Come on, Dougie. I know y'all got a couple of Ring Magazine titles laying around in the office. I know y'all do. Send me a Ring Magazine belt, bro. Holla at your boy, man. Let me get a replica, bro. Come on, we talk all the time, Dougie. Send me a Ring Magazine title, bro. Nah, I ain't getting an IBO, bro. I ain't getting no IBO. Chill. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's why I don't bet on the internet. Cause even though, like, one, I never take a bet. Well, that is, I never make a bet unless I literally have the money on me. I've always been that way. I never make a bet unless I literally have the money on me, right? So, we had that gentleman's wager about Dubois versus Usyk. That shit was like a month ago. What's happening? You know? But hey, I'm being patient. But on principle, I'm just saying, man, you can't be at a dice game and ass bet. Y'all know that. Y'all know that. Lisa from Harlem. Lisa know that. Imagine you at a dice game and you ass betting. What happens after that, Lisa? What happens if you at the dice game, somebody else roll a head crack or trips or they hit CeeLo 456? What happens if you ass betting? You know? Not supposed to do that, bro. But he said he got some things he going through. I'm being understanding, but perhaps too understanding. You know? I'm gonna open up the chat to the panel. You know? I never make a bet unless I got the money on me. Words to live by. I never make a bet I can't cover that day. Cause that's literally how I gamble. I ain't gambling nothing interesting. $100, $200. It's not a lot of money. And I never make a bet unless I have it on me. You know? About to talk to Chris is. Chris, what happens if you ass betting at the dice game?
Niggas you get your shit eaten, boy. You get your shit rerouted, nigga. Who asked bet nobody?
Rerouted, bro. to the pearly whitely gates, bro.
Who
And
who ass betting on my
listen,
nigga? Who
the
ass
other
betting
shit
you?
is no, because the other shit is for a fact that that's not
Niggas will
cap.
kill you.
That's
No,
not
niggas will
cap.
shoot you dead in your
That's
face.
not playing around. That's for real. Ass betting is a cardinal sin in the streets of Harlem. Don't do it. That is a
That's a
cardinal
street.
sin.
That's on every street, bro. Like who ass betting?
Yeah,
Who
but
ass
I'm
betting
just
my
saying,
man's
I ain't
dude?
been on every street. I don't know if maybe it's not as frowned upon in another part of the country. I just know where
Nah,
I'm
bro.
from. You don't do
Street,
that.
street niggas and street niggas, irrespective of where you from. You ass bet, you in for some problems, bro.
You
Don't ass
ask
bet
bet
like
that is no bueno for your livelihood, bro. And
get
once
shot right.
again, it's not that like look, it's not that deep. I'm just saying that come on, B, cough it up.
Cough it up, man.
Yeah, no,
Yo,
no offense to anybody, man, but where I'm from, you don't pay your bet, and you bet somebody, you get fucked up. Period.
I mean, listen, it's been dice games, right? Like that, like dice games, because I love rolling dice. Like when I was young, my 20s,
456,
early 30s, CeeLo was
CeeLo.
my shit. I came up so many times off of CeeLo, bro. It's not even funny.
Yo,
And
you ever hear Big L song "Casualties of a Dice Game"?
nah,
You never heard? You know Big L? He's from Harlem. How you not know Big L, bro?
bro, how do I didn't say I don't know Big L. I just don't know that song. I know Big
Oh
L,
no,
bro.
I'm gonna put you onto that song. But like he was talking about, how he was winning a dice game after losing, and he just
Don't be winning too
miraculously
much,
had,
neither.
That's a
huh?
That
fresh track, Chris.
dice. Listen, dice game masters. Don't be winning too much.
Yeah, bro, because it's funny, like a lot of people that's their re-up money, that's their rent money. A lot of niggas on the block betting like, yo, that shit get crazy, dude. Because he
I've
was
been in
talking
dice
about the
games.
premise
I've
of
been in
this.
dice games where I was, and this is not cap. I'll be winning too much, and I could feel the heat and the tension on me. And
Yo,
yo, listen, I would inside on the inside, I would pray to the dice gods. I'm gonna lose the next one. Roll me some
Nah, B,
bullshit. Give me some bullshit. The
hey, I
dice
know.
I ain't
gods.
gonna hold you. You gotta keep that shit on you
Some
now. You
bullshit.
can't be in that. You can't be in that dice game because dice games
Yo,
is full of wolves, bro. They
yo,
full of and
I,
yo.
I
Let's keep
bet.
it a buck. You from Harlem, bro?
Yeah, I bet
Them the
Julius had to
wolves.
leave Harlem. Chris, I bet Julius had to leave Harlem and his secret family back there to start a new one.
Man, listen, I'll go back to Harlem whenever I want. The reason I'm not there is because the rent is high and the city is shit.
Mhm.
That's all.
Hey, yo, tell me
Fuck.
the.
Nah, but
I
I ain't gonna
think
hold you
that
though.
I think that everybody that comes here thinks that I'm in a fucking witness protection. Bro, I could go back to Harlem whenever I want. I could go back to New York whenever I want.
Nah, you riding on your mans, nigga. You riding on your
Like,
mans,
fuck,
nigga.
yo, listen. Wait. Listen, I ain't gonna say no names and don't say no names. I'm not the other guy. There's no paperwork on me, bro. I am out here by
Jules,
choice.
you
Hey,
in the
yo,
witness
hey, yo,
protection program, bro.
Imagine
hey,
if I'm in a fucking witness protection program, why the fuck would I be live?
thank you.
I had this, Jay, I had this suspicion. I think these people think that I did something, or I went to court, or I rolled over on somebody. Like, nah, I could go back home whenever I want, but why would I? I'm not doing what I'm
No, I
doing.
know.
My shit is this. I go
Jules,
back up
Jules,
north.
we're going
Wait.
live.
I go back
Go
up
ahead.
north to sleep on somebody's couch? Fuck out my face. It's either I'm going to spend a lot on a plane, which is unnecessary, or worse, a 5-6 hour bus ride back. No, fuck that. You come see me, cause I'm not doing it.
I mean,
Jules,
Jules, you
you
hit the
just
nail on.
going live to taunt people, man. That's all.
I mean, but
You
Jules, you hit the
taunting
nail on
people,
the
bro.
head. You said that how like why would you go on camera? It's like if you actually were in the witness protection program and you did something like that, that would have to make you probably the dumbest fucking person in the witness protection
I
program.
don't, you know that I've had that feeling for like 2-3 years that do these people think that I'm hiding from some shit? I'm in the country because I want to be. It's quiet. It's cheap. The cost of living is low.
Bro, that's what I
Groceries are
prefer.
low.
Bro, I'm a quiet guy, man. I like nothing going on. Personally, I'd be fine living in
Yeah,
the woods,
like
in the cabin.
I had that sneaking suspicion that like I don't know what the fuck y'all think is going on, but I wouldn't move back to New York if you paid me. It's awful. It's terrible.
Put my ass in a cabin in the woods. Give me Wi-Fi, and I'm good, bro.
Now, if you want to pay for me to move to Arizona, I'll do that.
Hello. But who's talking about dice? Who brought up dice?
Bro, you heard
Chris?
about what happened in New Mexico? The governor's tried to say, yo, if you're not a police officer, you can't have a gun type shit. She suspended
in
the
Mexico?
Yeah, she suspended the Constitution, bro.
She tried to declare an emergency and suspend the Second Amendment for a month because she said she declared an emergency, and she was saying that not her oath or the Constitution didn't have powers over her doing that, her making that decision. Law enforcement said, we ain't backing you up. And most recently, a judge just blocked her order. So she got fucked up.
Yeah. Like I don't know what the fuck she was thinking. Like, bro, that's what everybody has guns for moments like that. Like, people often wonder, why do Americans have so many firearms? Here's the thing, buddy. Our country is likely a lot bigger than yours. Your country is probably the size of one of our states. And in order to prevent tyranny and all this crazy shit, yeah, keep your hammer on you, bro. Saying.
Not only that, but we also got a lot of stupid motherfuckers in this country that want to fuck you up for no reason. So
yeah, you gotta blow your noodles out their head, bro. Second Amendment.
I mean, we got kids running around in shopping malls doing flash mobs, assaulting random people. I mean, what the fuck? You know, shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
And bear in mind, I am not in any way, shape, or form a gun nut. I'm not big on guns, but I understand the need. I do understand that. They're like, yeah, like you trying to suspend the Constitution behind the emergency. Okay, what's the emergency?
Again, talk to me. What is the emergency?
The emergency was some 11-year-old got shot by accident with somebody that committed a gun crime, and an 11-year-old got killed.
I'm gonna be real with you.
She tried to overstep her bounds.
All right, I'm gonna be real with you. That's not an emergency. That's bad parenting. I'm sorry to say.
I agree, but I'm just saying that's what was going on and why she tried to do it.
No, I'm not telling you, country. I'm saying in general. Yeah, that's bad parenting. That's poor handling of a firearm. It's a lot of things, man, but that's not really an emergency.
Well, I think the 11-year-old got caught in the crossfire and got killed. I don't think he was involved. He or she was involved in it. They were just a victim of it.
Then you need a better police force. You need better response time. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that is, but an emergency, I'm sorry to say, and I'm not knocking them. You know, these are things that we got to deal with in this country. But you can't suspend the Constitution for something like that.
Mm-hmm. Do y'all remember that viral video a while back? I don't know if this guy was a cop or some DA agent or something like that. He was handling a firearm in front of these kids in like a classroom. This man said the gun is not loaded. Literally 2 seconds later, a shot went off, and thank God he didn't shoot nobody.
Bro, to me, it's poor gun safety. You got to check the chamber to see. And it's the other thing is operating a firearm is not algebra.
No, it's
check
not.
If there's something in the chamber, you know, rack it and tap it. Check if there's something in the chamber.
I got a gun. I'm a gun owner, and it's like I looked up how to disassemble it. Right, all I did was watch a YouTube video on how to do it.
One at a time, fellas. Jay talking. Go ahead, Jay.
For sure. I mean, it's like I'm a gun owner, and like all I did, I looked up a video on YouTube on how to disassemble it, reassemble it. I watched it once. I did it right away. That's simple.
Yeah, like it's not complex. Gun safety, you know, it's just too much dumb shit. But look, back to the point, because we're getting too far away from the boxing. You know, I just don't understand how fighters can have a job as difficult as boxing, and y'all really giving y'all money away for title shots that most of y'all never gonna get. Most of the guys in their rankings are never gonna get a title shot. Whoever's in fucking traffic, focus on the road, please. Now,
country's ripping rides, man.
Go through the windshield for us, baby.
Chill, don't say that. I'm saying I don't understand how that many fighters could be on board to get fucking jerked. Like, yo, like anybody in their ranks is basically paying sanctioning fees, a portion of their purse, however big or small. You paying a portion of your purse for a title shot that you never gonna get. So then what the fuck is it all for?
Because these fighters are paying the sanctioning fees so the sanctioning body could do their job. And they don't want to do the job.
Basically, it's like you got one job. You literally have one job. Order the fights. That's your job. Rank the fighters, order the fights. Simple. Easy enough. And Mauricio want to do anything but that. He want to come out with a tranny division, a bridgerweight division. He want to focus on Ukraine versus Russia.
Not the Optimus Prime division, not the Transformers.
You said the tranny division?
The Decepticon division. He was. They said that shit a few months ago. They trying to come out with a Decepticon division. Like, bro, who do you think is gonna watch that shit?
Let me tell you something. If that happens, every WBC holder on principle should vacate that belt.
I don't understand how this many people are paying them, bro.
Fuck all that.
I mean, what was the point of them ordering Fury versus? I'm sorry, Wilder versus Ruiz? So,
and it's the shit. You ordered that, right? And look, they didn't fight. That's not your fault. But you know what you're supposed to do after that. We all know what you're supposed to do after that. You're supposed to go to the next two guys and be like, okay, do y'all want to fight? And if they don't want to fight, okay, you go to the next two guys.
Y'all want to fight?
You got it frozen up, but the sanctioning fees ain't frozen up. But the ranks are. Listen, it couldn't be me, bro. That's all I'm saying. It couldn't you ain't getting not one red cent from me, bro.
I mean, but just they ordered that and they sat on it for months before they finally withdrew it. Like,
and the worst thing is they never put it up, which is how you know it's some crooked bullshit. With other fights, there's a purse bid deadline that, okay, if y'all don't reach a deal by a certain time, it'll go to a purse bid. There was no purse bid deadline for that fight. You know how Shakur and Frank, all right, well, y'all got a deadline. If y'all don't do a deal, it's going to go to a purse bid. And other shit got a purse bid deadline. Why didn't Wilder versus Ruiz have a deadline?
Cha-ching.
I'm telling you, and y'all really paying these people, yo? That's crazy.
But
to me, that's crazy.
Gonna happen, bro. But back to
but you never know. Somebody might have came through. You never know. Skills challenge, matchroom. I don't know. Probably somebody would have came through and scooped that up, and they would have did that.
Shit, I would.
Yo, let me tell you something. Anything dealing with Al Heyman and their fighters, when it comes down to Al Heyman losing and everything, he starts getting antsy and fidgety. Like, let's keep it a buck.
Yeah.
If
really, the only reason De Los Santos is getting that fight is because they not invested in him. They want Frank that's like damn near 30. They acting like he really a prospect. Like, bro, that dude is damn near 30. 28.
Let me tell you something. De Los Santos might be better than Frank Martin on the rail, bro. That's not an easy. I think Shakur wins the fight.
Yeah.
But De Los Santos got some power and he got skill. He's not like one of them Dominicans that, go over there and get knocked over. Like, nah, B.
I mean, look, I think it's Felix Diaz all over again, bro. This is my thing, right? I'm okay with De Los Santos. I actually think he's a good fighter. And I think Frank is a good fighter, even though he ducked. My shit is that it's not going to hurt their soul watching De Los Santos lose the way it would have hurt their soul watching Frank lose. That shit, I might have ejaculated again on camera over that shit. Like, oh, another Derrick James fighter. Because we know Charlo about to get it. Errol already got it. He gonna get it again. I wanted Frank to be on the menu. Why not? Go ahead. You talk that shit. You damn near 30. You got mad fights. Go fight Shakur, bro. They not giving a real reason they haven't given a real reason why he pulled out of that shit.
And you know what's funny?
All he said was he didn't duck. I'm like, okay, why? What you doing next, bro? Like, what? Explain.
You know what's funny, though? You know what's funny, guys? Queen of the Ring, the Earl Spence sycophant page says, oh, Frank deserves 50-50, knowing that nigga's never won no fucking, not even, what belt
Yo,
he win to
listen,
get
you
50-50?
killed.
Like, what belt?
See,
Yo, come on,
Chris,
bro.
you killed like 3 of my brain cells saying that shit. Fuck you
I'm
for saying
sorry.
that shit.
I'm sorry.
'Cause
I'm so
you
sorry.
can't have no president of the fan club ass page and that's like what kind of a dumbass take? Do you fucking understand that they don't pay that man that kind of money? They literally do not. The PBC, his own people, is not paying him a mil, 2 mil, 3 mil. But you telling Top Rank, the ones that's paid, yeah, you got to give him whatever Shakur gets, he gets. It's not Frank's title shot, you fucking idiot. The only one of them two entitled to a shot is Shakur. Your ass is lucky. They wanted to give it to you. You was lucky because you not making $1 million over there. You getting 75 and 100,000 over there. That's what you getting. They offered you $1 million and a title shot. And you gotta get half. Cock sucking
Yo,
that
bro.
shit. Listen, y'all do business like that, right? That's why you're fucking losers. Cause you don't got a brain for the shit. You think like a loser. If you was really about your boxing shit, oh, they gonna give me a title shot? I get to fight Shakur? Oh, I'm gonna fuck him up. I'm gonna fuck you up on your platform. That's how you supposed to feel. He ain't feel that way.
That's what a real fighter would
I
say.
gotta get half.
Yeah,
You
but
gotta
Jules,
give
keep
me
this.
half.
He's the PVC, right? So, and you saying 75? That ain't even a fucking guarantee because you know how Al Heyman runs.
Yeah, like fucking you are very fortunate that they landed on you. You know, because let's be real. The only reason, Frank, that you got that opportunity is because Loma, he don't want to fight Shakur. And I'm not no
It is
fan
what it
club
is.
member. It is what it is, ain't it, Jay?
It is what it
You don't
is.
want to fight him. You don't want to fight. Why? That's between him and God. All I know, you don't want to fight him. Cool. Frank, you the next man up. You need to get half. Now, you know what happens? You have no title shot. It ain't like you going to go back to PBC and get $1 million unless Javante Davis is next. It ain't like you going to go over there and get $1 million. So you left $1 million on the table? That's not enough to get you in the ring with young Shakur? That's crazy.
All
You
I'm saying is
ass.
Let
like
me tell you something.
whoever's next,
Ass.
what's that? Hold on, Chris. Whoever's next, I already got a feeling it ain't Tank, and
Right, ain't gonna, it's
whoever
probably
it
gonna be
is,
Chris Colbert or some whack shit
for
like that.
another 75 to 100K.
Jay, you cannot
It's gonna
mention
be
Tank
fucking,
Davis,
I'm
man.
telling you, it's probably gonna be, bro. Listen, 4 years, Javante Davis has not fought Loma, not fought Lopez, not fought Haney, not fought Stevenson, and you really have guys drinking the Kool-Aid because he fought Gamboa, because he fought Barrios, because he fought Isaac Cruz. You can't underestimate the stupidity of some people. I'm sorry, but yeah, you can't. Because you really going for that? You saying, oh, it's okay if he didn't fight Loma for the last 5 fucking years because he fought Gamboa? Because he fought Isaac? Mario?
Rolly.
Ryan?
Let me
Bruh.
tell you something. If Javante take Davis fight Frank Martin, he gonna fucking catch weight him. Because let's look at it. Frank Martin, in terms of physical stature, is bigger than Tank. No homo.
Oh
But
yeah,
And longer.
that's
let's
what she
not
said.
do this,
That's what she
please.
said.
Please, not today. Any other day, bro, but not today. But like real talk.
But he
So
is
like we
bigger.
look, yeah, but we look at Tank had to
Don't
catch
start on that
weight.
shit, man.
You
Fuck.
wrong, Jules. You wrong, man.
It's too early for dick talk, bro.
Tank catch weighted Mario Barrios and fucking Ryan Garcia. The fucking level of this disgusting dick riding sycophantic
No,
behavior
this
for
the
this
era
fighter
of
is
glazing. This is the era of glazing because I don't even think that they're that stupid. It's just that you that down for somebody that doesn't give a fuck about you because you have it's a complex compartment of the mind that leads you to being that way. They're like, I'm down for Tank. whatever. You sound fucking stupid, bro. You a customer. You ain't nothing else. You a customer. You not a member of the team. You not a member of the promotion, the coalition, the faction, the nation. None of that shit exists anywhere other than your fucking deluded mind. In reality, he's getting over on suckers like you. He's not fighting real fighters, and you still promoting them. Why? Because you're a fucking sucker.
Jules, you know what's funny? Like this actually reminds me of a funny joke a comedian told a while back. He said that how like it was during when Michael Jackson was alive when the whole trial stuff was going on, and he knew a neighbor of his who when the charges were dropped, he knew a neighbor of his who was a Michael Jackson fan, and she goes, "Oh, what's going on? Oh, I'm throwing a big party, welcome home party for Michael." And she goes, "Oh, okay, that's great." He goes, "Yeah, bring everybody." I'm like, "Okay, well, is Michael coming?"
No, listen, because this the shit. What's going on, right? What's really going on is they feel that PBC is like a movement, and they feel that PBC fighters is movement, right? Like this is some real like coalition type shit, like, and it's not, bro. It's just boxing people getting boxing money, but there is so much missing in your life that you think it's more than what it is. It's just boxing, bro. It's not a movement. It's nothing going on other than boxing and money being made. And that you letting them get over on you like that because you promoting this shit. You enabling this shit, this weak ass shit. You really enabling this shit from a misguided sense of solidarity with people that don't give a fuck about you. You think they give a fuck about you? That's
I mean,
crazy.
they act like they're getting the cut of the purses or something. Like,
Yo, the dude the other day, the dude on Twitter, did you see the shit I said there? I'm like, yo, you got a fanager over here. Look at what he built. What did he build, bro? What?
Are you getting a chunk of that?
Manager Marty, right?
But Chris, what did he build?
Not a fucking thing. He's a psychopath that hates. That's just one of the people. Yo, Philly hates Terrence Crawford because in the amateurs, Ray Robinson beat him, and unfortunately, Terrence Crawford family did some Terrence Crawford wild shit. They banged out for him. And ever since then, Philly hates them. And he's one of the main dudes that's pushing Terrence Crawford this. He's the guy that had people on his platform saying Terrence Crawford was on performance enhancing drugs.
Who?
Manager Marty from Philly.
Oh, listen, yo.
Whoa.
Listen, I seen that guy. I ain't going.
Who's this dude?
Wait, let me do this. I ain't going to attack the dude, right? But it's just boxing takes like that are not like it's a passing thought. Like, well, of course you gonna say that. You one of the ones that actually thought Harold was gonna win. So I don't want to attack the dude careful. I kind of am, but I'm saying not to be disrespectful, but respectfully, you don't know shit about boxing. You don't. Because if you're saying that Terrence is on pads just because he's on snack, I guess Jaron Ennis is too, because he's a snack systems fighter. Did you know that? Did you know that he's a snack systems fighter? Did you know that Andre is a snack systems fighter? And Devin Haney. Caleb Plant is a snack systems fighter.
So they juicing too? They juicing too?
I'm saying, and my thing is, it's like, it's obvious what your motivation is. You salty because you got it wrong. That's all it is. It's not even that deep. Like, yeah, you salty because you got it wrong, period. You know what I mean? So to me, the childish, infantile ass accusations that you're making, the baseless accusations you're making. Let me tell you one thing. Who is the A side? Who's the A side?
Terrence Crawford.
No, not who is, who was. Who was the A side?
Spence.
So if Spence wanted more VADA testing, right? What happened? I thought Al Heyman was a wizard. I thought Spence was the big fish, the A side. All this shit, a lot of this shit that I noticed, and I do attribute it to shit from back home, shit within the culture. Yes, I do. Y'all motherfuckers love big talk and not big action. Y'all love some big talk. The big talk, the big fish, the big bullshit. Because all that shit just for your boy to get his ass beat. Now what? You got to lie on Terrence? That's some weak shit.
They never wanted
That's
to fight,
some
Jules.
that's some real weak shit. Being real, yeah, that's some weak shit. You cannot give that man his props. You know why? You got this big ego, and you shouldn't. There's no reason for you to be so egotistical that you can't just say, look, I was wrong about Terrence, man. That dude is the man. You know? That dude did his thing. Your ego should not be. If Errol, who fought him, is not making excuses, why are you?
Because they never
Errol
wanted to fight.
fought him. Errol fought him, and he earned my respect. Like, yeah, he earned my respect. I know Al was protecting him. I know y'all didn't want to fight, but I know y'all didn't. But that you stood up like a man, 10 toes down, I'm not running, bro. Y'all want me to fight Keith. Keith don't deserve this opportunity. Terrence deserves it more than Keith. If I'm going to fight anybody and I'm going to lose, it'll be to Terrence because he deserves it.
I
Y'all
respect
ass,
that.
B. Ass. I think, yo, to me, the shit they did to Bud, I almost wish Bud was from a different country because I know that he would be appreciated. If he was from
Yeah.
Australia,
If
he
he was
would
British,
be appreciated. If he
yeah.
was
If you was
British,
whoa.
he would be appreciated. Only in this toxic ass, joke ass boxing scene could you be as skilled as this
Accomplished.
fighter, accomplished as this fighter, serious, consummate professional like this fighter, and only in America would they still shit on you.
Yeah, but Jules, that's because like fucking in North America, it's like super tribalistic, and like they don't like to look at like actual fucking fights and the skill quality of fucking fighters, right? Like you and I fucking and a lot of the people on the panel, we look back at Terrence and going like our eye test is probably just superior, clearly, period, right?
I mean,
These
look,
guys
it's
are
not even because the thing is you could get it wrong. You know, for example, look, Guzman knocked out Ramla Ali. I wanted Ramla to win. I picked her to win. I got it wrong. Yo, congratulations, Guzman. You a
Credit
bad
to you.
motherfucker. Credit to you. You a bad motherfucker. And that's it. That's all. That's
That
it.
was a knockout of the year, bro. Straight up.
Listen,
That's a knockout of the
Lopez.
year.
What's one I got wrong? I'm trying to think. What's one I got wrong that
Lopez Taylor.
Lopez Taylor. Will you?
right, Lopez Taylor. I thought Taylor was gonna win. Nah, you know what? Lopez is he's back. Or at least right now he is like, credit to him, bro. 2-time lineal, 2-time Ring Magazine. And not against any old champion at the weight, the champion at the weight. Credit to him.
Well, not Jules. You know why Teal won, right? He was juicing and Josh was drained.
You know what I'm saying? And personally, what aggravates me about it is the familiarity that you telling me in this guy's own country. See, if all y'all pieces of shit that was tearing him down was rooting for him, it would really be something. But boxing is as divided as it is because of y'all. It's not bigger than it was when I was a child. You can't tell me nothing. Boxing was at the forefront of the sporting world on the front page of the newspaper after a big fight. Boxing was bigger before you silly motherfuckers got into it. Yeah, it was way bigger. This shit, it's all fucked up now because y'all treating boxing like it's Bloods and Crips. Y'all treating the tribes. You're not in a tribe, you fucking loser. You are at home watching television. You're not a member of a team. You're not on PBC payroll. You're not on Top Rank payroll. None of y'all is getting paid for this.
You're not busting your gun.
Chris said, you're not busting
You're
your
not-
gun. You're not banging on nobody. You're not doing nothing. You're not a member of nothing. But for some reason in your mind, Al Heyman is the dun silly ass.
There's only
Say
two
that
pictures.
again.
There's only two pictures.
Dun
There's only two pictures of
loser.
existence of Al Heyman. He's only has two pictures in existence, don't he?
I have because I work for Interpol. I have all his high school pictures. I have college ID, his driver's license. Yeah.
Well, Jules, let me guess, Jules, the photos that we've seen, the car photos we've seen, they're not him, are they? It's somebody else, ain't it?
He doesn't look like that anymore. He's blonde now.
See, I know it. See,
he's blonde now. He doesn't even.
Yo, Jules is retarded, bro.
Let me read the super chat. That shit been up there for a minute. Deacon Serene will save you from the cigarette demon that's taking over Jules's body. In the name of the blood. Ow! You know what I'm saying? Cherno Alpha, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, bro. But yeah, this. Oh shit, it's more. Shout out to Will. Did you see that they are claiming Frank Martin is leaving Man Down Promotions and Derek James? Why is hard for people to admit their man ducked? I did see that those rumors were out there. I don't know if it's true, but what stands out is when the WBC said that the purse bid is called off, it doesn't say Man Down Promotions. It says TGB. And that stood out to me to like, wait a minute, who is representing Frank? Is it Man Down Promotions or is it TGB? Because
it was
no,
both.
that's not the same thing. It's not the same thing.
It's not both?
It doesn't say both. It says
Oh.
one. Cherno says, would boxers benefit from a union? I would say so, but the question is, who would oversee it? If you're gonna do a union, who's it gonna be comprised of? Who's gonna oversee it? And how do you prevent that from becoming corrupt as well? Because in case you don't know,
who's going to be a fair union leader? Who's going to be a shop steward? Who's going to really
Unions are
keep
corrupt
it
too.
fair and objective?
yeah, you. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Calderon said, yo, so at what point does the PBC consider their prospects contenders? By the age they start getting prostate exams.
That's funny as hell. That's funny as hell. That's funny as hell. Yo, you a
Go
fucking
Karma.
sick bastard, bro.
Go Carme.
Carme, how are
Carme.
you?
Harold got fucked
Yeah.
up.
Yo, Jules panel.
Yo, you not have to do that to my son, Bo Mizak, though.
Yo, listen, B. Listen, B. This the shit, all right? The shit is that a lot of motherfuckers that ain't got shit going on, they jump on the internet and act like they gonna bang for Al, take a bullet for Al. Y'all motherfuckers got something wrong with y'all brain
They got
that y'all
problems.
love. Like,
Yeah.
it's really like on some, yo, I think it was Fred Hawthorne that said the shit. He's like, yo, the reason you love Al is because you don't know him like you don't know your daddy. You know how your daddy, yo, he said it, not me. He said it. All I did was laugh. He's like, you know how your daddy not in your life?
Fred, though.
Fred's,
I mean, wasn't he the biggest PBC shill?
he was.
And they violated
Right.
him, and he turned on them. So at the end of the day, I can't really respect a dude that knew the truth and was playing PBC.
But I'm saying he ain't been, listen, he ain't been playing Pod Piper for the PBC in a long time. Like, nah, for nothing.
But he was
Last
at one
2-3
point.
years.
But
yo, you at some point you got to see the light, bro. Like he saw the light. Like, yo, what the fuck I look like doing all this for Al and I ain't getting a check? Now, if I'm getting a check, hey, but if I ain't getting a check, suck my dick, Al. You ruining boxing. You ruining careers. Adam Kopnowski could have got paid over $1 million if it wasn't for you. If it wasn't for you, he would have. He would still would have got knocked out, and he probably still would be getting knocked out, but he would have had millions of dollars.
Oh, poor Adam.
You fucked that up. You fucked that up. And for Luis Ortiz, too. They offered him the fight, the AJ fight. You fucked that up. And don't tell me that, yeah, he got that from the second Wilder fight. No, he didn't. Nobody bought that shit. The fuck are you talking about?
I didn't even watch it.
But the thing is, Fred always knew the truth since he was there. But at the end of the day, if you to turn on a promotional company because they didn't give you all credentials, that's some bitch nigga shit for me.
Nah, I ain't even
Straight
going.
up.
No, see. I'm gonna say this about Fred. I agree with some of what you mean, but I also respect that. Like, oh, the second y'all stop giving me what I want, I'm stop capping for y'all. You got people out there that's capping for Al like he Mother Teresa. Like, have you met this man? It's like, what's this personal relationship or this personal stake in Al Heyman that you have? What is it? And I don't want to say what it is because I could get real hurtful if I say what it is. They're like, are you really that big a loser? Take away. Let me say this. Let me say this. You could take away. Let's just say, okay, let's take away. Let's go to the Dominican Republic. Let's get everybody that's Haitian. Let's just remove everybody for a second. All the Americans that might be vacationing there, let's just remove them for a second. Anybody that is not Dominican, remove them and just leave the Dominicans to the Dominicans. Do you think they're not going to kill each other?
They still are.
Let's do it with the Chinese. Let's do it with the Japanese. What I'm telling you is this fealty that you have for people. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you. Maybe you have no life experience, because if you did, you would know there is no such thing and you're an idiot. It's every
But
man.
Jules,
It's every
Jules,
man for themselves all the time. All the
not
time.
everyone. But Jules, you have to understand this. You grew up in a time and in a way that
Don't make it about me. I'm not motherfucking. I'm not Osiris. This is common sense. I'm not Osiris.
I
Digging. I'm not Osiris, bro. I'm telling you, you take the good, you take the bad, you take them both in there. You have the facts of life. The facts of life.
I
You
remember
think
that show.
you remember that show? You know, with
Yeah.
Jesse that had the leather jacket and Tootie with the big
Yep.
breasts.
Yo, Jules, you're the big movie watcher. What's that line from, man? The greatest trick that the devil pulled was making the world believe that he doesn't exist. That's Al Heyman.
I mean, I believe it's not that. It's more like what Al Heyman did is he took an aspect of American culture, whether maybe he didn't even do that so much as that's how he is being perceived or interpreted. All I see is another boxing guy. Boxing is already a crooked business, with or without Al Heyman, and it always was, by the way, long before he came into it. It was always a crooked business, and all I see is just another boxing guy. But there are people out there whose perception of this particular individual is anything other than, he's just another boxing guy, right? He's just another crook. You think he's not? Oh, because his fighters, because his fight. Oh, okay. So you tell the. So you can watch Adam Kovnowski get guided away from $5 or $6 million. Do you think they gave him $5 or $6 million to fight Areola? To fight
didn't
Hellenius?
make that much against Robert Hellenius, bro.
Shit is
Both
crazy
times.
out here, bro. Shit is crazy out here.
He
Now
would have
look,
been happy.
we got some extras on the panel. I'm gonna go smoke a bogey, and remember, you take the good, you take the bad, you take them both in there. You have the ass of life.
Jules, you got a
Light
beautiful
two light two at the same time, Jules, because you got to fit into your son's t-shirts, bro.
Oh, you go with that shit.
Wow. Adam Kavnowski would have been lucky to make $250,000 fighting.
All right, what's up, Billy?
Let alone $7 million. What's up? How you guys doing tonight?
What's going on?
All right, Villain, how you doing, brother?
I'm okay. I don't have any.
Word
complaints.
Contra, word Villain, word fucking Jay, word Chris.
We here?
Hell yeah. We all
I'm
got
looking forward to that
cockroach in our blood. We're hard to
Gunshot
get rid of.
yeah, Country, what were you doing? Ripping rides, man? You were stealing cars? What's going on, man? You were like,
No, man, I was driving home from work, bro.
out in the breeze. I was like, you fucking pulling Gone in 60 Seconds type shit.
I had the AC on, man, but no, I was driving home from work, driving all crazy in traffic and shit, and trying to listen to the panel.
That's the country ritual at this point right now.
Yeah,
Driving home from work.
man. Well, what happens is sometimes I end up working a little later, and he'll start before I get off work, and I'm like, ah, shit. And then I tune in, and he hits the link, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm jumping on.
Country, you got to start running your schedule by him. You're like, listen, we got to slot this in at this time, Jules, because I'm still working. I'm the talent. You got to wait for me.
I know, right? I need him to pencil me in, man.
No, you got to slot it in correct. Well, I can't start to show you because Country's still working. So when Country gets off, he gets home, he's got his drink, he's got his slippers on. Then,
hell yeah, that's what's up.
And only then can we start the show.
Yeah, but look, who you got for the fight tomorrow? Gonzalez or Lopez? I got Lopez.
My heart tells me Gonzalez, but I know he's not going to win. I saw him fight. I saw him fight live. I think it was last year, man. He put on a hell of a performance, and he ended up getting a decision. If you guys remember that fight,
yeah, I remember.
last August, not this August, last August. but I just got a suspicion that he's just, unfortunately, he's a really, 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 really good gatekeeper. I
Yeah,
don't think he
yeah.
can get over. I don't think he can get over the hump to win. I would love to see him win because I think he's the kind of fighter that if you're a pure boxing fan really likes, a hardworking dude. He doesn't have controversy.
Doesn't duck nobody, takes tough fights,
Yeah,
all that.
exactly. So I always got to root for a guy like that. He's tough as hell. He puts an entertaining fight on every single time he fights, but unfortunately,
He
he
always
gets
just
hit
falls
too.
short. He just falls
Yep,
short always.
he gets too hit often in the counter. He doesn't have much head movement, unfortunately. He doesn't have a lot of different variations of styles of fighting. So unfortunately, I can't see him winning. He'll probably lose
I
late.
got Lopez winning on points. I got him on
Yeah,
points.
I was gonna say late stoppage or probably on points. It could even be a split decision points, but
I mean, well, because I
unfortunately,
just say it because Navarrete couldn't stop this dude. So if you
yeah,
can go to
yeah.
distance with him, I say Lopez on points is a safe bet. So I think he can
And,
probably yeah. So
and realistically, if you use Navarrete as a measuring stick, which I think is a good measuring stick,
yeah,
because the guy's got a shit ton of power.
yeah,
If he doesn't stop you, then you're tough as hell. I mean,
yeah.
it's
You
just
are,
about as
you are,
simple as
you really
that.
are. You're durable. Yeah, you
So
are. Yeah.
probably split decision
Look
on
at
points.
Joette's face at the end of the fight, though. He looked fucking terrible.
Who, Joette?
Yeah, sorry to
Yeah.
No,
cut
no,
you
no.
off,
He had
Dylan, but he
trouble making
looked
weight. I heard
terrible.
he had trouble making weight. They said he had to weigh in twice.
He was only a
Yeah,
0.4 off of a. I mean, I assume he made it. He had like 2 hours, but he was what, a quarter of a pound off.
Oh,
If
that
I'm
was it.
correct.
Okay,
Yeah, it
okay.
wasn't a lot. I mean, it wasn't like he wasn't a full pound or anything. So I'm sure he made weight. I just saw the update on Twitter, but I didn't revisit it afterwards. I can only assume with the 2 hours, he could have gone and taken a nice long shit and made weight. So,
You're taking a piss or something.
yeah, my guess is he probably made weight.
yeah. I want Joet to win, but like you guys said, he's got always a bridesmaid, never a bride status going. And let's be honest, Lopez has been kind of pissing me off with that whole "I'm going to wait for Inoue." Who the hell is Robeisy Ramirez talk? But I don't think he's going to have too many problems beating Joet. It'll be fun because Joet's never in boring fights, but in the day he's going to lose because that's what he does in top fights. He loses.
Like
I
I
gotta
said, that's
agree
kind
with
of
Jay. I gotta agree with Jay. I'm picking Lopez.
Prime points. I can see maybe a majority decision or maybe a UD, something like that.
I'd be
I
happy
think,
as hell
but
if it
no,
won.
I might agree with Villain that maybe TKO stoppage.
Hmm.
Possibility. It's a fucking fight. Everything's in the
Oh, of
air,
course,
man.
yeah, of course, yeah, it's possible. I mean, if he was to stop actually Joet, that'd be impressive because nobody else has so far. So that'd be a statement. I'd say a statement win.
Yeah, you gotta push the fucking. Take it to the limit. The limit.
But either way, I'm going with Lopez for the win. Either way, so
Is
y'all
anyone
really
going for
think?
Joet for the win?
Oh hell no! But do you guys really think that he's gonna wait till like what at least 2 years for Inoue to come up in weight?
well,
No,
honestly,
I'm
truth
sure
be
he's going
told,
to take some
I don't think
nothing
he's gonna
fights,
have.
but
I don't think he's gonna have the belt for that long. If I'm being honest, I mean,
What nothing fights though?
if he
this
fights Mendes,
some mandatory.
Yeah.
He'll take a mandatory here, mandatory there.
Yeah, but I
That's
don't
a
see
horrible
see
idea though.
him having the belt. Haven't seen Lopez have the belt 2 years from now.
He could
Uh,
sleep on it, man, because like Inoue's kind of like, is he pulling that much amount of money the way that Canelo's pulling, like in
yeah, for
Japan,
a small
right?
guy, yes.
Right. So if any of those guys in that weight class want to get that quote unquote Inoue / Canelo money, as you know what Canelo loves to say, payday, payday, right? These guys will
Hmm.
fucking line up. Why not? Put them in a sleeping bag and they'll like chill for a fucking year. Look at fucking Maul, man. This guy's fucking spending his money from I don't know when. It's like fucking unbelievable.
I mean, but Lopez has got to know that the
Yeah,
new is
but
not
Lopez
coming up
isn't
anytime
mauled
soon.
too.
I mean, he's
I
going to
can't
be
give
there
him
for a while.
like that.
Yeah, but I mean, the lower divisions for me, it's looking sexy. I mean, like, I'm just, like with all the heavyweight fucking drama, man. Fuck, man, it's just like,
It's
dude, I'm
popping at
getting
the lower.
fucking.
It's pop. You ain't lying. It's popping at the low weights for sure.
I don't know.
Right,
Like,
and it's like it's funny
Nah,
that like
that's an excellent fucking. Y'all talking about Kazuto, Ioka, and Gaio, right?
Oh no, we was talking about
wait,
Joe
that's
tomorrow's
happening.
fight. Tomorrow's fight.
Hold on. I didn't
The
hear
Yo,
Gallo
that.
that's
Joe.
That actually
happening,
happened.
bro, in
That's
December.
happening,
Oh
bro.
yeah, we heard.
Oh,
Yeah, hell
when?
yeah, I'm down for that shit. Hell
That's
yeah.
happening, bro. That shit you couldn't have made
On
for
what?
me. What? Say it again.
On what?
On what?
No,
On
I
what?
know
Like,
what.
where is it happening? Like, what network? My bad.
Oh, I don't know the network yet because it's the Japanese paying for it, and I'm gonna
Uh,
assume that because Gaio might still have ties to Matchroom, maybe it'll be on the zone. Maybe,
I
right?
hope
Because
so. I hope so.
Ioka doesn't have no ties to Top Rank, so why would it end up
oh
on
yeah,
ESPN?
I
Who's the
forgot.
Yoko with? A Japanese promoter or something? Like
He's
who's
with
he
a
with?
Japanese promoter, but he don't really have a
The network
U.S.
did, right?
broadcast
Yeah.
partner. Like, not really. Like, he not
I
Every
really.
once in a
Like,
while,
Arm-
ESPN will pick up
I
a fight of his, but
Loki Jules, and I
you know,
think Ioko fucked up his career a little bit with that because it's like nobody knows who you are. It's not even that you're bad. It's not even that people are casual. They generally just cannot watch you fight. It's not even like anywhere where your fights come on early.
nah, we
not
can't
really,
say
brother.
that. We can, like this is the thing. If you think about where Ioka is, right? He's more successful than Demetrius Andrade. We can say that. He is more
Yeah, but
successful than Jermall Charlo. Like if you think about where he is, just that yes, he's a domestic guy for the most part. That you're very much ingrained into the domestic scene of where you live. But that is more than we can say for many fighters that are here. For example, Rotisserie Ramirez has a WBO, but who fucking cares? Right?
Who fucking
plus,
cares?
plus
Let's keep it a
here's the
buck.
thing. Hang
Ioka's
on,
been
well, let me
champion
talk.
in multiple
Let me
day
talk real quick.
classes.
Let me talk real quick. The thing with Ioka is that he's got the New Year's show in Japan on lock. Like they build that
Yes.
show around him.
Oh yeah,
He's the
always.
main
He's
event
done
of
that for like the
show.
last 2 to 3 years, right?
The
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Kosei
he's
Tanaka
like,
fight in 2020.
Mhm.
The fucking the
Oh, that
Donny
was a beautiful
Nietes
performance.
revenge fight. I don't know if that was on New Year's, but I know he got his revenge on Donny. I know that in the last like that. I think that was like a year and a half ago. Like like I get what you're saying that no, he's not global like Inui, but very few fighters are doing what Inui's doing. Wouldn't you say? You think they're sitting around talking about Demetrius Andrade in Japan?
No.
But
I
David
guess, but
Benavidez?
that's like a low bar. That's like saying, oh, you're not as bad as that serial killer.
How many? How
Oh,
many?
Yo.
all right, let's do another champion. Do you think they're sitting around talking about Vincenzo Gualtieri
No.
Yeah, for
anywhere?
It's the talk
Yanni,
of the town.
Yanni
It's the talk of the town.
we could run down the list. They ain't talking about Yanni Beck. They ain't talking about
Nope.
Vincenzo. They ain't talking about
Nope.
Rotisserie. They ain't talking about
Nope.
Jamal. They ain't talking about motherfucking And I love watching them fight, but ain't nobody talking about Subriel. Subriel ain't even talking about
I know,
Subriel.
but it's like a shame someone that accomplished is only known by like mostly people in
Hardcore.
Japan and then like two hardcores.
I
I
mean,
wouldn't
think
even say
about it
all
this
hardcores.
way: when Chocolatito finally, I guess, kind of hit the mainstream on HBO, right? He was a 4-division champion already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That the
Already,
the fella's $1 million question. Gaio and Gaio and Oyoka, who wins?
I'm thinking probably Yoka, to be honest.
I'm thinking Ioka. You know why? It's 3 things. Gaio ain't fought since the Chocolatito rubber match.
Oh, he had. Oh shit! Wow.
He hasn't.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah.
2, Gaio is aggressive, and what's Ioka? Gaio is aggressive. What's Ioka? He's a counterpuncher. That's what he does best. That if you bring it to him, he's gonna counter you.
Yeah,
So
that's the mistake that Kosei Tanaka kept making.
3, home field advantage. I know the Japanese ain't crooks. I know they won't sucker you. But the shit is, it's like, you ain't fought in a minute, your timing might be off. Because you ain't fought in a minute.
They can hand down a fucking decision over Murata. That's how much they're not fucking crooks.
I don't even, to this day, I don't
that
understand that shit. To this day, I do not
Yeah, but
understand
like,
that
Jules,
shit.
when you, yeah, but Jules, like, and panel, like, home field advantage is only in the States, man. That
No, in Mexico too. No.
It exists everywhere.
Home field
Everywhere.
advantage. Listen, home field advantage is real. I'm gonna say that Japan is the oddball. They're the exception because everywhere else on the planet, if you're in Spain and you're fighting a Spanish fighter and it's close, Yeah, they're gonna give it to the Spanish
Yeah,
fighter.
you're right. So
Hello?
solely fucking Japan only.
Japan, I would say, is the oddball because no, they're not trying to rob you over there. They really not. They're not trying to rob you over there, but everywhere else, if they have to, they will. And I'll watch them.
Now,
I got
now
a question
Japan
for the
used to be
panel.
really bad at that. They actually used to be really bad at robbing people, but it got complained about so much they kind of gone into the opposite direction. So that's what's
Go ahead,
about.
Billa.
I have the oddest question. It's got nothing to do with boxing, but it just happened to me, and I got a poll because I don't ever, I'm usually not having conversations with like-minded or intelligent people very often, so I have to talk to you. The question I have for you, which is not boxing related whatsoever, when the smoke detector alarm goes off, how long do you wait before you replace the battery? I gotta know
A
that.
week. And
A week?
no, I'll tell you why.
A
I'll tell you
fucking
why.
week?
This is
Are you
why.
kidding me?
Because I usually do groceries in a week to 2 week
All right,
intervals.
cool.
So when next grocery haul, like I gotta replace mine. You could probably hear it. You know what I mean? I gotta replace 3 of them. And I didn't do a haul yet this week, but the next haul I do, yeah, I gotta get some fucking them rectangle shaped batteries and shit.
You got
Yo,
3 of those
who's
motherfuckers
asking
chirping
that,
right now in
Jason?
your house. 3 of those
Yeah.
things are chirping in your house right now.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
like The
Jason, I
Shining,
have a
man. That's
response for you,
literally.
man.
I'm Jack Torrance. That's The Shining. I would literally be. I would be like. You hear it?
I just heard
I can't
yours.
do it.
I just
I
fucking
can't
heard
do it.
yours.
I have to do it. No, I walked in. That's why I asked the question. I walked in right now, and when I left this morning, it didn't go off. I walk in, and I would turn into The Shining. I hear 3 of them, and that's it. It's game over. It has to change. That's why I had
Bro,
to ask. I would go crazy if I heard 3 more of these. You guys are gonna see I'm on a wanted
I
poster.
tune them out, and the CIA at Interpol, they teach us a mental technique to only hear one sound wave. At any given time, when you're in a room, there are several sound waves. They taught us a trick to where we only hear one, or we can tune
You
out
a
one to
nasty
like
nigga for real.
telling you the
buddy,
truth,
have
yo.
you seen
You such a
the fucking
nasty
CIA
nigga.
Untouchables?
shit.
Hey,
You
buddy,
such
have
a
you seen the
really
Untouchables?
nasty.
Be
Hey,
circling
listen.
back to Bestrada and Ioka. Does the winner unify with Junto? Nope.
No. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Fucking mind?
They won't
no.
touch that motherfucker with a
Hell
10-foot
no.
pole, bro. That dude is listen. That dude is all wrong for everyone at Superfly, and I'm sorry to everybody at Fly. That's you, Sonny. Look, you might, and I don't even know because he has home field advantage. But even if you pull it off, which is some shit, if you can, even if you pull it off with Bam, you don't beat Gento.
No,
You don't.
I
I
mean,
gotta
see, the thing is,
I
Yeah,
gotta
you
ask
better
you
leave
guys this.
Gento Nakatani alone.
I'll tell y'all where Junto fucked up at when he knocked out Maloney because he sent a warning. Now nobody's gonna want to fight his ass because of that.
Baloney Maloney.
Yo, Jay, I
Nobody.
agree with you, man. That's still the fucking knockout of the year, man.
Yes, it is. In my opinion.
Nobody is gonna want to fight him now, and he might have to go to 118.
He might have to move up.
What saves him is
He might
that
have
he's
to fight-
he's
he
big
might have
enough
to
to go to
fight Inoue.
118.
Oh
though.
yeah, hell yeah.
He might
He's
have
big
to
enough
fight
that he
Inoue.
could feel. He's not gonna fight Inoue because they're separated by too much weight. Inoue's at 122 right now. He's at 115.
Junto's
They go
good, but
down.
he ain't that
That
good.
would be a
That'd be
fucking
a
war,
good ass
bro.
fight. That'd be a good ass fight.
That'd be a
Oh, God.
fucking war. Somebody go and die in the
think
ring
so.
for real.
That'll
For
probably
real.
be
I
more
know,
of a boxing
right?
match than you think.
Listen, B,
Chris, man,
I'm just
you reading too many comic books, man. That shit ain't gonna happen, man.
listen, bro. I'm just telling you that Gento. The worst thing that Gento could have did is knock that motherfucker out like that. Because now motherfuckers know, okay, we are not fighting him. We'll fight
Fight you.
You.
Not fighting
Not,
you.
nope, not
Hey,
you.
Jules. Hey, Jules. Noah GX is watching for the first time from Japan. He's asking what's going on with Baumgartner.
Well, Baumgartner is about to take a vacation to either Brazil or Costa Rica. I don't know. She's not here, bro. Like, I don't have her somewhere.
Fucking hate you.
Jules got her in the closet.
I'm just like, I don't live in Detroit. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like,
she living life. She living life, bro. She
living
but
life
look,
like shit.
I guess
Near
you
as I
just
could
wanna
tell,
go-
I'll say this. Near as I could tell, for all that scandal bullshit, she living. She doing her. She's still going out. She just had a meet and greet at a Foot Locker. If you go to her Instagram stories, and it's people happy and everything. So I'm like, man, that shit didn't stop nothing. You can't stop this grind, bro. Now with that bullshit, shout out to Sophia Ring, the new Steven Seagal. I'm CIA, I'm Interpol. Yo, that rhyme. Steven Seagal, Interpol. Sophia got bars. Listen, man. Listen, man. I don't know what's going to happen with that, to be real with you, other than what I normally see. And what I normally see in those situations is, that's my phone. What I normally see is, unless she can find a way to prove that, you know, innocence and all this stuff, year ban reduced down to 6 months with cooperation, and she'll come back the following year. I don't think that she's going to box. Huh?
Do you think she'll be stripped?
Probably. If she can't listen, look at what happened to Zolani Tete. They just reversed it. I was about to do it. I was about to do it. But listen, no, they just reversed it. They just reversed the outcome of the fight. Now it's a no contest. So unless you could prove,
oh, it is. It's a no. It is.
It's a no contest. So I'm like, unless she could prove that, yo, I'm innocent, they might reverse the outcome of the Lenardatu fight. They might take the belts.
Wow.
Yo, say correctly.
Zolani Tete.
Zolani Tete.
Yeah.
Zolani Tete.
Yo,
Zolani Tete.
Oh my god,
Man, if only
Jules,
watching
you
Zolani
just
Tete fight
reminded
was
me.
as fun as saying his name.
Yo, Jules, you just reminded me. Okay, so Zolani for you, it's Zolani Tate. I was watching your relay just before. For me, it's Paula Yudica. What's her first name?
Leonela Paola Yudica.
Yeah, money. That fucking. Whenever you fucking say that, I got that same feeling that when you hear fucking Zolani Tate's name. I was like, fucking. That's the way you say it. It's just fucking hilarious to me.
Hey, Jules, Carmen says Zolani almost killed the guy, though.
I'm saying. Let me get my coffee. I'll be right back.
I got a question. Does anybody know did Baumgartner come out with any sort of defense about
Not
the test?
much of one.
I mean, I didn't really hear much about it. So generally, if you do,
I think she released a statement like right after it happened.
I mean,
you
she
know,
did. She denied it, but I mean, she didn't come
Yeah,
out
yeah.
with like concrete proof that it was like, you know.
Okay.
So I mean,
Yeah, she's looking that
it's
she's going to prove
kinda-
her innocence or whatever. So yeah, so
it's kind of her word against theirs, and right now
but it's
theirs
not
is
really.
winning.
But it's really, but country, it's really not her word versus theirs. If they have the test where she popped dirty. I mean, your word doesn't mean shit if you got a test saying something different. You know what I'm saying? You got to have evidence to kind of counter that, and that's why I wanted to know.
I don't know. Do you guys? I mean, really? Do you guys think she really did anything like that, or do you think somebody set her up?
I'd probably not set her up.
I mean, she was set up.
Why would you think that?
Some people think that, man.
No, I'm asking why. It's cool if you think that. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just wondering why you would think that.
I don't necessarily say I'm thinking that, but I mean that's just some of what's been being said. I don't know if she was or not. I mean, she could have unknowingly ingested something. I mean, you never know.
Chris, you think that she? Yeah.
Villain, the reason why I think is this, because the way she broke it down in her statement is this: she did those tests, and it was found that she was, negative in all the tests that she did, and after the fight and prior to the fight. Then after the fight, there's
okay. I can answer that, Chris. I can answer that, Chris. The testing facility she used was urine testing. Urine testing, if you want to do urine tests, then anything that's in there is out of your system within days, if not hours. So it's entirely possible for her to be negative on all the tests before the Pop Dirty test, entirely possible for her to be negative on all the tests after the Pop Dirty test, and only to have been caught that one time. That's why they do blood testing at all, because urine testing.
No, GX says it was an off-brand testing company.
Yeah, but that's still sort of lame. I mean, if a company is gonna use it, I mean, if they're gonna use the testing company, you have to assume there's some sort of credibility to it, right? I mean, we're not talking about some local rinky-dinky, club fight here or club show. We're talking about, a big show. You would assume that the testing was correct or at least acceptable.
Yeah, whatever. I want to get on the peds that fucking Connor Ben's on, man. That guy looking fucking swollen, cut as shit.
Just eat a lot of eggs, dude.
I do. That's it. Yeah, that's true.
All of that strength and such minimal boxing skill. Astounding.
Do you guys see how many people are now trying to come out and say that they think Terrence Crawford was on steroids? because he's
Yeah, we
part of
talked
the
about
PR
it earlier.
program.
Yeah,
they're
Yeah.
fucking
ridiculous.
retarded, man. They're fucking
Idiots,
stupid, retarded.
morons.
To this day, bro, I don't care. It's hilarious to me how many aerosexuals say that, bro. And it's like, bro, your guy literally has gyno. One of the key things
Yeah.
that people use to see guys with steroids. And it's not even like normal gyno either. I swear his titties look different every single time I see them.
Oh my god.
The sharp nipples,
Karma,
the laggy
Karma,
nipples,
what are you
to the
doing to
side,
Jules,
to the
man?
left.
Oh shit!
And then I'm just like, I sent it to my buddy one day because
Crazy as hell.
it was on the
Oh
poster
my
for
god,
the
that's
Errol Spence
hilarious.
fight, right? Like, if you look at there's the image like right before the fight, you could see it, and I didn't see it before, and I was like, yo, like, does nobody notice this? Like, they didn't even try to like Photoshop it or nothing. Like, it's just there.
No,
Like,
here's
I
what
don't
I
care.
do.
Like,
I do the
I'm not worried
opposite.
for his life, but still.
I do the
Listen,
opposite. I just
for
go troll
groups of
face
these,
and be like, hang on. I just go pure troll and be like, yeah, Terrence is on steroids. Shave your boy wasn't smart enough to get on them, especially with all them car wrecks he's in. Fucking drunk.
yeah, look, villain, fucking Chris, any fucking dude who is like hugging up B-rated fucking rap artists and trying to kiss them, bro. And these guys fucking love this guy. Come
Yeah,
on,
that's
man.
suspect as fuck to me too.
Come on, man.
It's
I'd have
weird.
punched his ass in the fucking dick. Kissing on me like that.
Is that before or after you kissed him?
Before.
Okay, thank you.
Always do it
Well,
before. If you do it
nigga,
after, it gets
bone,
weird.
Yeah, a lot of boxers are popping dirty these days, man. It's pretty rampant, honestly.
Hey, what is that? What did that
to me,
fucking
that's just-
Simon Jordan call Chris Eubank Jr. after he called him some shit?
What do you say?
A charlatan. He called him a
Yeah,
charlatan.
a charlatan.
Oh.
Yeah, he called him a
Because he is
Why?
though. Like the shit is that look, out of all the people you could have called out, and the expectations for that fighter are so low that when you call out a quasi-retired Kell Brook, people don't even get mad. Because it's like, it's Chris Eubank Jr., bro. Who do you expect? You think he gonna fight somebody with a pulse? No.
But like,
You
y'all,
calling
know, y'all know what the best part was when he said, "Oh, Golovkin still has the belts, so I want to."
Like, what planet are you on where Golovkin ain't had them belts in it's been a while, bro. Like they were like
Golovkin wants his retirement fight. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but
like,
boys, his cortisol was riding way too high after that win. Like, I don't know what the fuck it was going through his brain. It was like bird brain shit. Like, I won.
like when he calls out anybody else, calling out today's version of Kell Brook, calling out Connor after everything that happened, and that's why I don't care about steroids and shit like that. Because look, Chris, the one that was gonna fight him, and he don't care. Not only was he still gonna fight him if they would have let him, he just called him out. He just called him out again. So if he don't care about pads, why should I? Alicia Belmco, right?
But it's funny that Simon Jordan is calling him a charlatan when he wipes the ass of one. So
yeah, like, but I ain't going front. Simon has been laying into Fury. Simon has been laying into Fury. He was like, "All right, you doing this, whatever." After this, though, you got to get it on. After this, you got to get it on.
That's still Frank shows up and puts him back in his place.
Fury looks terrible, man. He looks like freaking the great white whale at this point, man.
And that's why to me, all that shit that Frank's saying, and that they in bed now with Turkey al shish or whatever, right? I'm like, I'm looking at what I'm looking at, which is what I thought. If this guy is getting crazy dough for MMA guys that don't know how to box, right? Why would he jeopardize his unbeaten record now? And I've been saying on repeat, you can't go from boxing a guy that never boxed before to boxing this guy. So, like, what we supposed to believe that you're gonna go from Ngannou straight to Usyk? Then you're gonna lose. Then that's my diagnosis. If you go from Ngannou straight to Usyk, you're gonna lose.
I mean, but like the shape that Fury was in, like he literally looks like a bag of milk. Like
that. With hair on it.
Yeah, Jay.
He always looks like that.
No, always,
yeah,
but
with hair on it.
Yeah.
He is fatter and flabbier than usual.
That's what I'm saying. He literally looks
he looks fatter and flabbier than usual.
Yo, but guys, he look weird. But that Andy Ruiz picture, what the fuck is that?
What picture?
with his
We'll
fucking
picture
pencil, his
Andy.
Wilder fucking pencil legs and his like flat pancake
That's
body,
not
man.
real, bro. That was a
That's gotta be
Photoshop.
Photoshop.
It's not real, bro. You think that dude legs is that really that skinny?
Jules,
Will said what's worse, Chris Jr. calling out Triple G, or that 3 of the 4 sanctioning bodies and Ring Magazine have Triple G at number 1. Yeah, that's worse.
You got me.
That's worse. That is worse.
Jules, did you ever give your opinion on the Bumgardner popping dirty? I mean, I might not have heard.
I mean, I did. Look, this is my thing, right? I'm gonna support that fighter no matter what for obvious reasons, and I don't care. And if I'm gonna be biased over a fighter, it is that fighter.
Fair enough.
All right. You got guys ready to die on a hill over other guys, right? It's guys that's ready to die on a hill over other guys. So if I'm going to die on the hill, I'm going to die on that hill.
It's going to be Alicia's hill.
I had a question for you about this. What do you think about this? I mean, you've mentioned before that Mauricio Suleiman's playing fast and loose with the quote-unquote rules of the WBC, favoring the Ukrainians over the Russians, not letting the unified or undisputed fight happen with 2 Russian guys. Yet, you have a Ukrainian guy here waiting to be undisputed at heavyweight, and he's picking and choosing what he wants to do with that WBC strap. Don't you think that if he's favoring the Ukrainians, so quote unquote favoring the Ukrainians, he would give a Ukrainian fighter the chance to earn that undisputed title?
Now, what if I told you that the real reason that Mauricio doesn't want Dimitri and Artur to fight is because Dimitri might fuck around and win, and there's no money in a Russian undisputed champion. They don't see the value. They do not see the value in that fight. And it's not one way. Top Rank doesn't see the value in that fight. That's why for 2 years, 2, maybe 3 years, Bob himself was pouring cold water on that fight. And yeah, he slightly came around after Dimitri beat Canelo because, you know, Dimitri was buzzing last year. She's like, yeah, we'll see if we could do it, yada, yada, yada. But here we are. And the proof is in the pudding, and yeah, I feel bad about it. I do feel bad for Dimitri in a sense that he's too good for his own good. He is. He's too good for his own good. And because he doesn't have the adequate fan base to make people take a risk on him, he's fucked. Nobody wants to fight him. Dan Aziz doesn't want to fight him. Joshua Buatsi doesn't want to fight him. Who did they just try to get to fight him? Who else? Who was it?
Was it Lyndon Arthur?
Lyndon Arthur. Lyndon Arthur's 32. They treating him like he's a prospect. That dude is 32 years old.
Well,
you can't
by that rationale, with the value argument here, do you think there was much value in having that Charlo and Castano? I mean, did that make any money? Did that bring in a lot of money?
No, but it was an uncomplicated situation, though. That's the difference. It was an uncomplicated situation to where there is no conflict of interest. We know that the World Boxing Council does do special favors for Heyman fighters. Case in point, look at Jamal, right? So we know that they have an unethical relationship. We know that they do. And they're not the only ones they have an unethical relationship with because, like you said, Fury, you know, we can see that there's something unethical going on there. But when you think about Charlo and Castano, it's an uncomplicated tax situation, basically.
Right.
Look at it that like, well, you're both with the same outfit, you know. You're both with the same outfit. You might as well, right? I mean, what the hell else are you doing? But with Dimitri and Artur, I wholeheartedly in my foot. The World Boxing Council does not want to see that fight take place, and they do not want Dimitri to be their champion. Not because of the Russia, Ukraine. They don't give a fuck about that shit.
I mean, I think I get tired of the political posturing here. If the posturing makes me sick, and just using this political situation that's going on right now, it's kind of just grotesque.
How many countries does America invade? Do you think they'd ever stop sanctioning our fighters?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
They didn't do it in the 90s. Rich. They didn't do it in the 70s.
They didn't do it when we invaded Afghanistan and all these other. They don't care, bro.
Invading, we're spreading freedom, sir.
Exactly,
Let's
bro.
speak
Freedom
correctly.
casually came their way, bro.
What better way to spend freedom? What better way to spread freedom than pointing an M16 at people, right?
And Apache helicopters, bro. The best freedom of all time.
Yo, man, I gotta get the fuck off this planet, man, because that's facts. That's how we spread freedom, guys, with M16s.
Yeah.
I thought you lived in Mars.
Unfortunately.
I thought you lived in Mars.
It's the acquisition of substances or the acquisition of what do you call it, goods to make a profit. That's all it is. They're natural resources.
That's why I was so a shout out to Broadway Joel. We don't see eye to eye on a lot of things, but one thing that he did that made me really fucking proud is he really put Mauricio on the spot. Like he really did. And Mauricio was uncomfortable. He made it
was
public.
hilarious.
They're giving credentials to almost no, bro. It's that you don't want to be asked real questions, bro. You don't want people asking you, and that's most of boxing right now. Nobody in boxing
wouldn't hold back.
And you know what it is? That's why I fuck with Eddie, because Eddie will let you ask him real questions. Now, what the answer he gives you, but he'll let you ask him some real questions.
Can you tell me a bigger name in boxing who's fumbled the bag worse than Bivol? I mean, he had that big win over Canelo. Doesn't follow it up.
Wilder. Still, I mean, look at where they are. They're looking for a new site for the fight because the new management in Saudi, they don't look committed to that fight. So it goes back. You know what was saving Wilder? That, look, you might have fumbled the bag a couple of years ago, but look, a ray of hope, right? And now it's like, okay, well, the fight's in jeopardy again. And I would say the biggest fumble that I've ever seen in recent years, in recent memory, in boxing, it is still Wilder's. Oh yeah, $100 million, bro.
Well, can you name another situation where they fumble the bag more? 100 million, bro.
I mean, look,
that's retarded fucking shit.
That's retarded money, bro.
That's gonna go down in history as probably the biggest duck in boxing history.
No, because there's still an American faction of fans and a section of the American media that want to pretend that he didn't. I mean, even now they still pretend. They're like, yeah, yo, you duck, bro. Fury was a cherry pick gone wrong. Plain as day. Y'all saw what he looked like when he fought Pianetta. Y'all saw what he looked like when he fought Sefer Seferi. It's very obvious why you were willing to fight him and not Joshua. With Joshua, you got all this crazy shit you want, even though everybody in America knows you're not the same draw that he is, bro. Why you asking for 50-50? You don't bring 50% of the money. You ain't got 50% of the belts. So on what planet do you deserve 50-50? And if the shoe were on the other foot, and it were Wilder that had the 3 belts, and it were Wilder that were out here doing crazy numbers, would y'all let AJ ask for 50-50?
No.
No.
Hey, a dude in the chat saying they're talking about Wilder versus Brock Lesnar in December, man. And
Yeah, I've seen that.
This is ridiculous.
Bro, I'm saying these is the heavyweights. These is the heavyweights that the Americans go up to bat for. Fury and Wilder. This clown show.
Actually, wait,
the
hold
dude,
on.
but Jules,
no. I'm judging because I'm not from your planet. Even though I look similar to him, human. I'm not of your species. These are the heavyweights that the American populace of boxing fans, which isn't all the Americans, but I'm not talking about all the Americans. I'm just talking about that section that watches boxing. A good number of the Americans are, for some reason, enamored with Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder. The guy they like the least, this country, is the only one that's actually fighting heavyweights, actually fighting boxers, and that's the AJ kid. It's the only.
Okay, Jules. Okay, I'm just gonna say, what's even a bigger fucking laugh is that Wilder he admitted it as a bigger fucking idiot that he was offered
that's why I say that. Why do you think I say that? You can't fix stupid. Like it's not me connecting dots and pulling articles and video. No, he literally he said it in front of y'all.
He told himself.
He pulled his Twitter feed.
He's a fucking idiot, man. Holy shit.
Shelly Finkel said it in front of y'all. When Dan Raphael, because I know Dan Raphael's voice, When he asked him in 2018, 2018, it's in a Fight Hype video. I know because I've used the clip several times. He asked him, did you feel that they were serious, that they were earnest about doing the fight? And Shelly said, yes. But when we do the fight, we want it to be somewhere where everybody can see.
No, he said no. When Deontay knocks Joshua
Deontay
out,
knocks him out.
we want
millions
millions of people.
and
The zone
millions
doesn't
of
have
people
that.
to see it. And the zone doesn't have that.
They also fucked up the bag with Klitschko, bro. They fucked up the bag with Klitschko. And if Wilder would have fought that same Klitschko that Fury fought, I feel like he would have had a chance, bro.
I'm just saying that the America. I know this for a fact. I know this for a fact. All right. America is getting progressively dumber. It's not a secret. You can measure it. All right. You guys don't know whether you want to see Wilder knock AJ out. Not you guys on this panel. You're one of the select few. It's the only reason I talk to you. American boxing fans don't know if they want to keep making excuses for Wilder or watch Wilder fight. Whenever AJ has a fight, he literally gets criticized for fighting. Literally. He gets criticized for fighting. Wilder, who has not fought since the Hellenius fight, and before that, he hadn't fought in a year, they allowed him to be number one. He's still number one in the WBC, fighting less than Anthony Joshua. Never unified a title, but you guys think he's Hall of Fame. He never unified a title to date. And it sounds strange when you hear it, but literally to date, the only champion he beat was Bermain Stavern. It's the only one in 40-something fights. He has more fights than AJ. Beat less top 10s, beat less champions. Never unified anything, never held the Ring magazine, obviously was never lineal, and you adore him. Why?
And the only
Let me ask y'all a question.
champion that he beat.
Tribalism, Jules. Tribalism.
But let me ask you something. Is there any other fighter other than Deontay Wilder who, after suffering 2 knockout losses, was number one in the sanctioning body? Any other fighter?
No, not that I know of. What's going on? These people that claim to be boxing fans, they're not like no, you're not a boxing fan. Like imagine if I don't know if the fucking Yankees get knocked out of the World Series, but they stay the number one team in the league. How? Doesn't make sense. They lost. Wilder could get his ass whooped 2 times over 2 years. He's still number one WBC. Still number one. He's still number one today. He's go to the ranks. He's still number one today. He hasn't. Yo, look, we in September. This is how crazy it is. We in September. It's been what, 9-10 months since he fought? AJ done fought 2 times already, and all he does for fighting is get criticized. As soon as he look at who he's fighting, he's this piece of shit. He doesn't look good. Just for doing his job. You would rather watch Wilder not fight at all and speculate about what he would do and what he could do if he fought him and him instead of the people that's actually fighting. You hate them. Oh, y'all hate some Usyk. Y'all hate that. The dude don't even speak English that much. Y'all hate him. Why? Because he's a winner and you're a loser. And losers hate winners. People that don't work hard are not going to like people that work hard. Why? Because then you don't have excuses. If they're working hard and they're doing what they got to do and they doing they thing right, why hate Usyk? Why?
We get called lucky. We get called lucky a lot. If you work hard and you have any shred of success, it's he knows somebody or he got that's lucky. That guy got lucky.
Think about it.
What the fuck is that? I don't go out. I don't go out. I don't have fun.
Usyk has been at heavyweight for approximately
about 4 years.
4 fights.
Yeah.
Now, in 4 fights, he's a unified Ring magazine champion.
That's crazy.
4, right? Wilder has 42 whatever fights. Never unified shit. But he is adored by the American media. Adored. You would really think he had like an Ali, Joe Louis kind of resume or something. The way The hardest puncher in the. How is he the hardest puncher in the his? How?
Because he's a gimmick. No, because he's a gimmick, Jules. Because he's a gimmick.
You know, if that was
like,
actually true, if that was actually true, he would have knocked out Tyson Fury. If that were true.
If he were the hardest puncher in history, I think he would have knocked out Bermain Stavern the first time. And in case
thank you.
forgot,
Exactly.
he didn't. He didn't. He didn't knock him out. And it's not because Stavern had never been knocked out before. He had been knocked out before by Demetrius King, no matter how many times I say it. People forget that, like, do you not understand? How could the hardest puncher in the history of heavyweight boxing not knock out Bermain Stavern? You think Bermain Stavern goes 12 rounds with George Foreman? Goes 12 rounds with Shannon Briggs.
I don't know about you guys, but I think that Andy Ruiz would have a chance to stand up against those punches. I think Andy Ruiz is a pretty good chin. I've seen that guy take some hard hits. Even in that fight with AJ, right before that whole knockdown situation, he ate a huge right hand. I mean,
we have
clean
a victim.
and flush.
We have a victim. We have a victim.
I agree with you, Don.
Let me see. What's the guy say?
What'd he say?
I didn't say he doesn't punch hard. I said he's not the hardest puncher in the history of heavyweight boxing. You have a problem with that? You have a problem with that? Shh. 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 You have a problem with that? Would you like to join the panel and discuss it with me?
Here we go.
Post the link for you.
10-1, he doesn't come on. Who's taking bets? 10-1, he doesn't come on.
No, he's normally a good.
I'm just saying that. No, if you have to go as far as putting words in my mouth, clearly you're emotionally compromised. I didn't say he's pillow fisted. I said he's not the hardest puncher in the history of boxing. No. Because if he's the hardest puncher in the history of boxing and he couldn't knock out Stavern in the first fight, I guess Demetrius King must be Goku. He must be Goku or Superman or something. I got you.
Hey, he's a regular though. He's normally a good dude on here, man. He's a regular.
Just saying.
Fury's
Montana says, "Come to me, come to me."
Somebody got in their feelings about what you just said about him. Is that what it is?
I mean, the only thing I said was Wilder is not, I repeat, the hardest puncher in the history of heavyweight boxing. That mantle has to go to either George Foreman. I would say, yeah, he's got to be up there. Ernie Shavers or Sonny Liston. Everybody who fought Ernie, they all said the same thing unanimously. Whereas with Wilder, some guys that are common opponents between Wilder and Joshua, one will tell you, no, AJ hits harder. The other will tell you Wilder hits harder. But it's not unanimous. You see what I mean? It's not unanimous. You are not, in this era, what George was. You're a poor man's George Foreman. That's what you are. A poor man's George Foreman. Or a poor man's Mike Tyson. You not that because you knocked over stiffs for 7 years.
Bro, and doesn't
Virtuoso, why are you clicking the link? Wait. Virtuoso, why are you clicking the link that's for the other guy? Links for the other guy. You jump on, he can't get on.
That's for the Wilder Dick Rider that's in the comments.
Try again, bro. Try again.
What you doing, man?
Virtuoso still there.
I think he just likes Wilder twerking, bro. That's why he likes Wilder so much.
Let me do this. All right,
guys,
click the link again. Click the link again. Let me post it again.
Doesn't Wilder have metal in his hands because he got his hand
thing is that Wilder doesn't hold. How could you be, for example, if you're the hardest puncher in the history of heavyweight boxing, how do you not hold any records? You don't hold any records in the history of heavyweight boxing. The most knockouts, the most first-round knockouts in the history of heavyweight boxing, who has it? Does anybody know?
Shannon Briggs.
Shannon Briggs. Shannon Briggs has the most first-round knockouts in the history of heavyweight boxing. Is he the hardest puncher in the history of heavyweight boxing? No. Even though he does have more first-round knockouts than Wilder.
I mean, Shannon Briggs might have hit harder than Wilder. He was a big dude.
The thing is that I've always believed that Wilder's power is exaggerated, overrated. Yeah, it is. Because if you spent 7 years fighting the fighters that he fought, you'd have a knockout ratio like him. Give Derek Chisora, I say it all the time, give Derek Chisora the same 32 fighters that Wilder fought for 7 years. He's the bronze bomber.
Give Anthony Joshua the same fighters. He'll knock him out.
He'd be the bronze bomber. There's nothing special about Deontay Wilder as a fighter. No, there isn't. There's nothing remarkable about his career. No, it isn't. You don't hold any records whatsoever in heavyweight boxing to be classified as the hardest puncher. Vladimir Klitschko literally has knocked out more men than you've fought. How is he not the hardest puncher?
He's got over 45 knockouts, right? Klitschko?
Vladimir has 53 knockouts.
Way. That's almost as many fights.
53.
So he pretty much knocked out everybody he fought, right?
No, some guys he didn't knock out. Like he has something like close to 60 fights, but he knocked out 53 men. Wilder hasn't even fought 53 men, much less knocked them out.
Hey man, he's
I
got
just
the
love the
highest
moniker,
war.
man.
How is this guy the hardest puncher in the history of boxing? In what way?
Did the guy mention the panel?
3 times as many people as
He's right there.
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, okay, cool. Welcome, El Negro Bembone. Welcome to the panel, bro.
Hold on. Let me get my audio right.
All right.
We can hear you.
Now, I would say to continue, for you to
Welcome, my
classify a fighter as the hardest puncher in the history of heavyweight boxing, there has to be some basis in reality. What, do you have more knockouts than everybody? No, you don't hold the record for the most knockouts in the heavyweight division. So it's not that. You don't hold the record for the most first-round knockouts in the heavyweight division. So it's not that. So in what way can he be classified as the hardest puncher in the history of heavyweight boxing? In what way?
Yeah. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Yeah. So man. Look, this is my first time on the panel itself, but
well, welcome, man. Welcome.
I agree with you, bro. I'm not saying he's the hardest puncher of all time or nothing like that. But you had mentioned that because he couldn't knock out Stavern or something like that.
Yes, Stavern.
That doesn't mean he's a hard puncher, but come on, man. He knocked him out.
No,
like
I'm
in
not
one
saying.
round.
Once again, that's not what I said, bro. That's not what I said. I said if he's the hardest puncher.
No, that's what I'm saying.
What I'm saying is if he's the hardest puncher, because this is how they bill him, literally to this day, as the hardest puncher in the history of heavyweight boxing.
Oh no, of course not.
Listen, that's insane. Like, no, so you tell. Bro, you not up there with George. There's no fucking way. Look at what George. Look at what, bro. One at a time, country. Sorry. Look at what George did to Joe. Wilder never did that to nobody. Like, no, you didn't. You knocked over guys that almost anybody in the division, if they were decent, they would have knocked them out. You never took a gold medalist and did it. Like, nah, fam, you bugging. Joe wasn't just a gold medalist. He was the champion. I think George was the underdog going in the fight. Undefeated. 2 rounds, 6 knockdowns. It is over. And this was the man that beat Ali after the exile. Wilder never did nothing like that. So how could he be classified? Yeah, he's the hardest puncher in the history of heavyweight boxing. Based on what?
Hey, Jules, question. Do you think that Wilder hit as hard as Ron Lyle? Or do you think Ron Lyle hit harder than him?
You want my honest opinion, country? I don't, and people think it's a hot take, but I maintain if you spent the first 7 years of your career fighting the guys that Wilder fought, if AJ would have fought them guys, or Povetkin would have fought them guys, or a lot of other fighters, they would literally have the same knockout percentage that he has. And his whole thing, it's not the fighters that he fought necessarily in 2018, no, because those fighters, you didn't beat Fury. That would have at least helped if you kept him down and you didn't. No woulda, coulda, shoulda. You didn't. There's a lot of heavyweights. There's plenty of footage on YouTube. You want to see real legendary heavyweights? You want to see real knockouts? It's on YouTube all over the place. Now, I grew up in the era of the knockout punches. In my opinion, Ray Mercer was a more violent puncher than Wilder.
Oh, bro, I was just thinking of him.
Look at what he did to do.
Oh, my God, bro. He nearly killed that man.
What about Ernie Shavers? Didn't you mention him? I mean, collectively, I think even Muhammad Ali said Ernie Shavers was the hardest hitter. There's a lot of other guys who have echoed the same sentiment. I would put Shavers above Wilder. Easy.
I would put Shavers above Wilder. I would put Liston above Wilder. Why? At the time, they said this guy's jab feels like a fucking right hand. He had like an 84-inch wingspan, this guy. His fist was the size of boulders. I would put Liston up there before I'd put Wilder.
Liston was the only one who could back up Big George, too. He's the one who actually trained Big George, and George modeled himself after Liston. So that tells you something right there.
I would go as far as saying that I would put Shannon Briggs well above Wilder because he actually holds a record in the heavyweight division. He literally has the most first-round knockouts. Literally, he has the most. Not Wilder. So when I see the Dan Canobios of the world, just the American media that has this love affair with Wilder, I'm like, you're just desperate for an idol. That's what it is. You're jealous of the era that came before you because there's nothing great about your era. Not when it comes to the heavyweights. Nah, it's very obvious that in the last 25 to 30 years, Europe took over the heavyweight division. There is no great American heavyweight.
Let's put it this way. Archie Moore, who spent his entire career flirting between light heavy and heavyweight, has more knockouts than Deontay Wilder's had fights times 3.
132. I know.
That's
and
crazy.
You telling
man.
me? Do you know what it? How insane is it that you knocked out 132 men?
Insane.
You know how fucking insane that is? And you tell him, yeah, let's give it to Wilder. You crazy? That's why to me, look, that's why to me, yeah, that shit is disrespectful. Like, the fuck wrong with y'all? That's disrespectful. Period. Yeah, that's disrespectful. You are just desperate for an icon. That's all it is. Wilder's a hype job. One of the more obvious hype jobs I've ever seen in my life.
Because Jules, you know, you brought up Ray Mercer, right? Y'all remember when Ray Mercer said that how he was I guess he was interviewed. He was saying that Wilder needs to learn how to fucking box before he can come back. No, I mean, but I think I came across a video on YouTube where, like, I guess it was made by a Wilder fan, and he said that how Wilder is Ray Mercer's pretty much jealous of Deontay Wilder because of what he that's why he said that shit. I'm like, bruh.
Oh my god.
And all I gotta say to that is this is a generation. This generation in general, they on some, unless you say something nice about me, you must be a hater. No, I'm just telling the truth. You're not that guy. You're not. You never was. Period. Not that guy. There's nothing remarkable about what you did at heavyweight. You don't. What, do you hold the record for the most title defenses? No, Joe Louis holds it. It's Joe Louis, Larry Holmes, Klitschko. They the one top 3 title defenses. Do you have more knockouts than they do? No. Do you have more first round knockouts than they do? No. Is your quality of competition better than theirs?
No.
Hell no.
They got more than 20, right?
What the fuck about you is so special?
They all got more than 20, right? Defenses? At least, yeah. So
I think Joe has 25 because Cecilio almost broke his record for title defenses. Joe has 25. Larry has like 21 or something like that.
20.
Vladimir has 19.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Wilder has 10
with one belt.
Now,
you didn't fight.
I got a question for you though. I agree with everything you're saying. Now, but would you say that Wilder is maybe one of the heaviest hitters in this era, like the post Klitschko era?
Do you know why I would not say that? This is my thing. For me to say that, I have to look at you the way I look at them. When I look at Vlad, I know you fought most of what was out there. In fact, one of the only guys you didn't fight was your brother. Y'all two basically cleaned up heavyweight, you and your brother. So unless you out there fighting all the people that are out there, I can't say that. Of this era, no, you know, I don't have nothing to measure you against. See, with Dillian, for example, right? Could Wilder have knocked out Dillian? Yes, of course, possibly, of course. Did you do it? No. Did you fight AJ? No. Did you fight Povetkin? No.
Nope.
You gonna tell me about now? Wait, you gonna tell me about the steroid thing? Yeah, you fought Ortiz after he popped for steroids, so I don't want to hear it.
But he
Bong.
popped twice, not only once,
Yep.
twice for steroids.
My thing is that we cannot sit here and say that Wilder is A, B, C, and D of this era because you were around for the previous era and this one, and you didn't fight anybody. The one somebody that you fought beat you.
Can I
And
say
let's
something
not
even more
act like this.
controversial for a
Hang on.
second?
Before we, just one quick point. Let's not act like this is a heavyweight era that's really hard to knock people out, because Fury fan I am for the time being. He's not exactly known as a heavy hitter, and he knocked out Dillian White before the halfway point. So
It's not that. It's
Wilder
that you
knocks
don't.
him out, who
It's not
cares?
that. It's that this is still a sport to us. I'm not gonna give you flowers for a fight you didn't win. That's crazy to me. The whole point of all of us being here is to watch them fight. Well, if I never got to watch you fight most of the heavyweight division, but somehow you have over 40 fights and you didn't fight most of the division, you get no flowers from me, bro. It's very obvious why you have over 40 fights. It's very obvious. I didn't forget, and I say this all the time, El Negro Benbon, I say this all the time. He was a Golden Boy Promotions fighter first. Why do you think he has that padded record? Because he was a Golden Boy Promotions fighter. Ain't they padding Munguia's record right now?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
No doubt. No doubt. No doubt.
That's my point. The guys that he fought at the start, you could have gave Ortiz them same 32 guys, Chisora them same 32 guys, White them same 32 guys, Povetkin them same 32 guys, AJ them same 32 guys. They would literally have the same knockout percentage as you, because for 32 fights in 7 years, you fought no one.
And what I was gonna get at was like I was thinking maybe this is just a weak era, you know. Maybe it's
But I'm
compared
not gonna
to
say that neither, because there were good fights, man. That's the thing that we can't. Oh, because Wilder didn't do this, the air is whack. No, Wilder's whack. Wilder's whack.
There was
That's what it
Pulev,
is.
there was Packham.
There's
There
a
was
dude in the
Chisora.
chat. There's a dude in the
Jaime
chat
Ustinov.
saying that Wilder should get more flowers, that we're bugging because he has the
Yo,
highest knockout
one
percentage
second. I
of
just want to
91%.
say,
No,
fuck
he
Deontay
doesn't.
Wilder. Fuck
No,
that.
he doesn't. Wilder don't have the high. That's my point. That they played a mind trick on the Americans, knowing that they don't know nothing about boxing, that they don't actually know the statistics. They don't know that Wilder is a very, very far cry from the hardest knockout puncher America ever produced and boxing ever produced. He is so not extraordinary that to me it is insane for people to think, yeah, he up there. No, he not. You didn't knock out nobody worth talking about, bro. Who, Ortiz? Who did he beat? If I say, look, man, George knocked out Joe.
Yo,
What you gonna tell me? Well, Wilder knocked out. Oh, so
he
Luis
knocked out
Ortiz, Joe
Spilka,
Frazier.
bro. He knocked out Spilka, bro.
My God, he knocked out Spilka.
Bro,
You know that
give him credit for that.
Spilka brush his teeth in the morning and knock himself out. Do you know how many? This is, bro. This is the shit I'm talking about. Let me put it this way. Spilka, right? The Spilka knockout was violent. I give you that. But what if I tell you that Spilka gets knocked out like that all the time? Literally all the time.
Bro, he
Brian
knocked out
Jennings,
his trainer, bro.
Brian Jennings knocked him out. Chisora knocked him out. Rosansky knocked, and it was it was that violent. That dude is like, I'm not trying to shit on no professional fighter, but I'm saying like that's how he go out, bro. When he get knocked out, he really gets knocked out.
Yeah, the funny thing is about that Spilka knockout is he was absolutely embarrassing Wilder before, making him look like he was making him look silly.
Yeah. Jules El Negro. The thing is, a lot of these guys, they just look at them. There's no metric. They don't look back at the history of that fighter. They'll look at Wilder's resume only at that time point, and it's not.
They don't watch. My thing is, unless you watch heavyweight boxing, not Wilder boxing or PBC boxing, unless you watch heavyweight boxing to know what's out there, what's been out there, and what's coming through. Unless you watching all of it, oh, Wilder, you see what he did to Spilker? Bro, I have seen 5-6 people do that to Spilker. Yes, I saw what he did to Spilker. That's not special. It's happened before.
Bro.
Derek Chisora knocked him out in 2 rounds.
Yo, he knocked out his trainer, bro. Who do you know knocks out a guy and makes him become his trainer, bro? Who do you know does that, bro? Stop it, bro.
What's sad
Yo,
is
I
you
really had to spit
Mike,
out
he
my
took a
coffee
dive. Mike, he
because
took a
it's
dive. We all know he took a dive. He took a dive.
That's dive.
He took a dive.
Chris, that's legendary, man. That's funny shit,
That's
bro.
legendary, bro. Who do you know? What other boxer has done some shit like that, man?
Let me read
That's
these super
funny
chats. Now,
fucking
police
shit.
said Wilder would not do to Ken Norton. Like, yo,
Oh
look,
my God, Ken
you
Norton.
want to see violence? You want to see real violence? Look up Ken Norton versus Jerry Cooney. Jerry Cooney should have been disqualified for that shit. Bro, the dude is down. What are you?
What are you still punching him for?
Bro, Wilder doesn't go 4 rounds with Ron Lyle, bro.
He don't go
Brett
4 rounds with
Cooper,
Ron Lyle, with
Cooper.
Jimmy Young. I'm trying to tell you that
With
the
Ken Norton?
gaslighting with Wilder is so nauseating because I grew up watching great heavyweights. You're not one of them.
Man.
Does anybody think does anybody think Wilder beats Burt Cooper?
I could be a
don't.
Bucci.
No,
Wilder versus I could be a Bucci. Wilder versus David Tua. What happens? I could tell you.
He puts him out. He puts him out. Like out.
Because of the secrecy that the American media helped to propagate. He was in Fantasy Springs with Harold Sconiers and all the articles at the time, even though the footage mysteriously vanished. All the articles from that time say, Wilder got knocked out.
Jules, not only that, Steve Cunningham said he saw the video. Wilder was out. He was done.
Yeah,
he was done. Wilder, like when you think of hype job, you should think of I'm sorry, I don't got nothing against you. God bless your family, but you are a hype job.
I wasn't here earlier, so I don't know if you guys were talking about it. But I keep seeing this AJ Wilder news is on, then it's off, then it's on, then it's off. At this point now, I'm just gonna treat it like the Crawford fight, bro. It's never gonna happen, bro.
It's all good, bro. I don't because the shit is that look, I'm not pressed about that. I just want heavyweight boxing to come back, and I want people to fight each other. I'm over Wilder, bro.
Wilder and AJ, bro,
I'm over that.
Go their separate ways, bro.
We 9 months. We 9 months into this year. Wilder ain't fought yet, and it's not because you can't. Because AJ fought 2 times already. So if you ain't fighting, let's get it straight. It's because you don't want to. Because he fought 2 times. You don't want to fight. Your problem is you think that you supposed to get certain money every time you fight, and people not gonna say it, but I will. You not worth that.
Exactly.
Unless you fighting AJ, you not worth crazy money. And we've seen it. We've seen it before. We've seen it before. When they put you on pay-per-view with Ortiz the second time, nobody bought that shit. When they put you on pay-per-view last year for your comeback fight, nobody bought that shit. That's not me being mean. That's being real. You tell me why nobody bought that shit.
You were expecting 600K. I remember you making videos on it.
I literally gave him the benefit of the doubt. You know what?
I was like, Jules is buzzing,
I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, you know what? They probably miss him. They ain't seen him since the Fury fight. They love him. I thought he was gonna do 600. Bro, you ain't even do 100.
Bro, how do you
They didn't miss him, did they?
He's never even sold out a venue in fucking in America. Not once.
So
but Andy Ruiz is worse. Andy Ruiz has to be worse.
Are you guys being
skeptical? The thing is that the media does not take Andy and put him on a pedestal. So I don't have to debunk anything about Andy because there's nothing to debunk. Ain't nobody blowing smoke up my ass about him.
Yeah. I mean, just passing up on opportunities like that, just overpricing yourself.
I agree with you on that. They're like, he boo-booed a fool. Like, bro,
come on.
The only reason you got what you got with AJ was because of AJ. You are not worth that. We know. How do we know? Wasn't you on pay-per-view with Chris Arreola? Did it sell anything? No. Wasn't you on pay-per-view with Ortiz? Did it sell anything? No.
Bro.
So what the fuck?
Bro, fast food's getting expensive out here, man.
Yo,
could have had a
shit is crazy. Like, you asking for this crazy? You've been on pay-per-view. People don't buy your shit. What do you need to understand.
Yeah, but Jules, he thinks for 6 months he held the fucking title, right? So in his
Fucking
mind,
ridiculous, bro. And I'm ready for all these guys. I'm ready for all. Yo, go away. Go away. The only reason AJ get to stay, he's not from your era. Wilder, you debuted in 2009. You from the Klitschko era. Fury, you debuted in Wilder debuted in 2008. Fury debuted in 2009. Go, retire, go fight Brock Lesnar.
When Wilder debuted, AJ literally started boxing.
Literally, bruh.
That just shows you how talented AJ is. The disrespect this motherfucker gets is crazy. This guy started boxing 3 years later, wins Olympic gold. Then 3 years after that, wins his first heavyweight title.
I'm ready for all. I'm ready for all the old remnants to go because here's reality, right? The heavyweights that are coming through, very, 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 very few of them are American. So all these idiots in the media and the fans that love, they all gonna go away, just like they did in the Klitschko era. So I don't gotta deal. America has a penchant for making shit toxic and stupid. It does.
Dude,
That's what the American.
Who refers to a fighter as a baby champion?
Yeah, like America has a penchant for making shit toxic and stupid. Whereas your Ivan Ditchko, your Arslanbek Makhmudov, your Bakadir Jalalov, your Murat Gassiev, I know y'all don't give a fuck about them motherfuckers, and guess what? That's good. So I never have to have a stupid argument with you about it. You don't know shit about them. You don't watch them. All this shit that from this past era, I'm not gonna have to deal with none of that, and I could go back to enjoying heavyweight boxing.
I was about to say,
Jules,
Jules, we're going to have some really great fights coming down the pipe with all them dudes too, man.
You got a great fight in Otto Valin versus Murat Gassiev,
Oh,
right?
yo, that's a good fight, bro.
It's a great fight. Do you think that the American media is going to pump? No.
That's a good
They're
fight.
not. Even though it's a great
That's a better
fight.
fight than the Charlo fight later that day.
Jules, there's a problem though. All those guys, they're gonna leave the heavyweight division, and they're gonna come down to the lower weight classes, and we're gonna have these same arguments about Inoue, pretending that he's not great.
No, they're not. Do you know why they're not? Because there are no Americans to prop up. The only one that was there just left. There's no Americans to prop up. See, I understand tribalism in all of sports because sports as a business rely on tribalism to sell tickets. I'm not against tribalism. I'm against stupidity. Stupidity. You think that because the fighter's not American that he's not good? What the fuck are you, an idiot? You would have to be. Europe owns the heavyweight division, not America. The Far East owns the lighter weights, not America. In between that, you get a sprinkle of Americans and a sprinkle of Latin America. But that's it. America don't run boxing. Anybody that thinks it does is a fucking bozo. This is not the 90s. All the money below 126. Do you know where it is? In Asia. All the money.
Jules, because you said, sorry.
Go ahead.
Because you said Stephen Fulton's out, right, or moving up, and in that division, in that group, you're saying viewership's going to go down with the fucking.
I'm saying they're not going to care about what's going on at 122. Do you think they care about John Riel Casimiro?
Nah.
Do you think they care about MJ Akmadalia?
Nah.
Do you think they even know? Wait, do you think they even know who Marlon Tapales is?
Nope.
Do you know how you
I had an argument with a fucking idiot that's literally, I posted it. It's in my debate playlist. This dude didn't know. You know that MJ beat Daniel Roman before Stephen Fulton, right? You know that he was a champion before Stephen Fulton, right? You can't underestimate. I'm sorry to say how fucking stupid some people are. You shouldn't be arguing with me. What you should do is shut the fuck up. But you don't know how to do that.
And Daniel Roman was arguably shot in the Stephen Fulton fight because he retired immediately after.
He was literally complaining on Twitter the moment he signed to the PBC about what? Inactivity.
The thing is, you know how they know they don't know anything about these weights. The easiest way to gauge it is the fans listen to who? They listen to content creators. Anytime you listen to almost all American content creators when it comes to boxing, they're going to talk about usually like 4 people.
Literally a few weight classes. Literally.
Yeah, they'll talk about 4 or 6 boxers. If you even mention any of these names and you told them, I'll give you $1 million, and if in the next 5 minutes you can give me content, not single one of them could be able to do it because they don't know a fucking thing about anybody but 5 to 7 fighters.
Honestly, yes.
Bro, like if you go to that fucking retard Fannin, if you go to his channel, that guy doesn't have anything other than Terrence Crawford content, bro. That's it. That's literally it. Even before the Spencer and Crawford fight, it was just a whole bunch of Crawford hate videos, bunch of welterweight videos. Welterweight videos.
And I can't even say that. Yeah, I make videos about the same. I might make a video about the same fighter, different subject, different angle. I get that. But for example, if I tell you, you know, Kazuto Ioka is one of the most accomplished fighters in all of boxing, they don't want to hear that shit.
No.
They don't want to hear that shit.
Your channel is night and day because you cover literally every division and every inch of the sport.
I try to, but I'm like, the shit is, if you're a fan of the sport, right? All right, let's talk about the sport. You're not doing that. What you're trying to do is I ain't even gonna say what I was gonna say because
it's dick riding. Just say it's dick riding, bro.
Nah, it ain't even. You trying to Al Sharpton boxing is what you're trying to do. And I know I don't have no respect for Al Sharpton. Why? You a government CI, that's why.
That's what Rick Ross is, bro.
Fucking snitch. You a rat. You a rat.
And that's not a
one at a time, fellas.
Sorry.
The reason I say you trying to Al Sharpton boxing, you not talking about boxing. You don't know shit about boxing. What you talking about is gossip column shit. When it's time to break some shit down, you don't know what the fuck you going. You don't know what the fuck you looking at. That's why you thought Ford was gonna beat Inoue. That's why you thought Spence was gonna beat Crawford. That's why you were dumb enough to think Wilder's gonna win the rubber match with Fury. Like you can't don't believe me, go look. I know what I saw. Don't believe me.
Yeah, it's kind of like this. It's kind of like Stephen A. Smith, hot takes shit.
Thank you. Oh my God, that's a perfect parallel. That I'm like, it's some really good. Look, I always make my recommendations. If you want to learn about boxing or you really like an in-depth look into the sport, go to Boxing Beats and Rhymes. If you want to watch breakdowns, go to Boxing Gyms. Best breakdowns on fucking YouTube, by and large. And there are other channels, good channels that maybe I don't watch them, but I've caught them. Like Rummy's Corner, that's a good channel. He's a good storyteller.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good one.
His picks aren't the best. His picks aren't the best, but his boxing knowledge is up there. Like he makes great videos, and there's other channels like that. But these guys like Fannin and Aki, make me a chopped cheese because you ain't gonna tell me nothing about boxing. So make me a chopped cheese because you can't tell me nothing about boxing. You get too loose cheese because you can't tell me nothing about boxing. All right,
modern martial
channels
arts.
Yes.
Why is Aki making the chopped cheese though?
Why not? Why not? Why not? If I go to the corner store, I'm gonna see in there, right? Hey, so let me get a chopped cheese and 2 loose.
Oh man. Hey, but who do y'all listen to? Who else do y'all listen to?
BDA is really good.
I would say BDA. I like BDA for entertainment and a different angle of conversations because if you like hearing people argue, I would go to BDA because they open up the lines and people argue. Entertainment also is Coach Malachi.
Coach Malachi, she was gonna mention.
Oh, Coach Malachi is great, man.
Right? Who's another one? Who's another one that I periodically because the one I listen to the D-Styles and the round table. If you want a panel like this one to get different perspectives, go to D-Styles at the round table. That's D-Styles, J Habib, and several others. Lady
I
Chan, what beautiful.
IBFP. You like IBFP?
Do you listen to the boxing
If
voice?
you want in-depth analysis, if you want in-depth analysis into a subject, I recommend IBFP because he does a deep dive into the subject, like I do, where you pull up articles and video, the shit that's archived. IBFP is good. So it all depends on what you want. If you want a breakdown, go to Boxing Gyms. If you want a little bit of everything with a good history of the sport, I would personally, my favorite channel, Boxing Beats and Rhymes. That motherfucker knows. I be learning shit when he be talking. I be learning.
Another one, Hatman Strikes Back.
I like Hatman, but I feel like sometimes Hatman, like I'm not gonna say nothing bad about Hatman, but I do feel like sometimes he just lets the trend or the wave kind of influence how we feel. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how else to put it. Like yeah, when it becomes cool to shit on Matchroom, hey, we doing that. You know what I mean? As opposed to yo, let's keep it a bean. Frank, your biggest show is Fury versus Ngannou, bro. You think I want to see that shit? Or I should pay you $80 because Joseph Parker's fighting Simon King.
Phenomenal.
Not for real.
Phenomenal.
Jules, you ever
Another
watch
channel.
the Boxing
Hang on.
Voice at all?
Crazy.
The Boxing Voice, you ever watch that or listen to that?
I fuck with the Boxing Voice. I fuck with Nesta.
If you guys want to, if you want to listen to the most like hilarious, emotional, biased, like takes it all, I'll usually click on about 10 minutes because it'll start making me chuckle. It's a good way if you're feeling down, if you had a bad day, go listen to Best Fighting the Best. He's got a channel.
No, I can't listen to
And
that guy.
he starts screaming at people and he calls people names and he's like the most emotional
When that dude is in his fucking 40s, bro.
Dude,
What's
it's
the matter with
amazing.
him?
It's a
Jules
good
has had his
chuckle.
encounters with that dude. We all remember.
It's a good chuckle. It's a good chuckle. If you're feeling down about your life, go listen to that dude for 15 minutes.
Jules, I want your address. I want your address.
Yo, peeps,
there
hear
are
this.
two other channels we can talk about. One, the heavyweight king of positivity, Showbiz. I'm sure all of us have listened to a bit of Showbiz.
I like I like. Look, I don't watch Showbiz, but I like Showbiz because he not with no drum. Your boxing takes don't have to be great. You don't have to be right 100% of the time because nobody's right 100% of the time. Just have a different perspective that's cohesive. That's it. That's all. Like I listen to Dwyer. How could I forget about my man Dwyer? One of the first boxing channels I subscribed to. And I didn't agree with a lot of shit that he said, but I like that what he said was well thought out. Like, oh, I didn't think of that.
What about Boxing Shigo? You recommend Boxing Shigo?
Jesus.
No, I can't, bro. This is what I'm saying. When I look Boxing Eagle, Dante, Akaka, eso no son hombres. Like, yo, yeah, eso es
They're divas, bro. They're divas.
Yeah, like in other words, not even in the realm of boxing news, because what I like to do is I look at the news and I give my opinion on what's going on, right? But what they do it's not boxing news. Like, no, sometimes y'all make shit up just to have something to say.
Yo, Jules, you want to know the craziest thing? I used to watch like when I was first like watching boxing channels because I wasn't really like looking at a lot of news, right? So I watched him, and it was during the time when Devin and Gary Russell were talking about a fight that was never gonna happen, right? This nigga did not make one, not two, not three, but 9 videos saying the exact same thing with different thumbnails. And I unsubscribed right after that, bro. I got so angry, bro.
Yo, listen, my God, it's the thing. I'm not gonna hate on what you're doing because I know you're trying to make your coins, right? But that's what those channels are for. Those channels is all about making their coins. They're not like not to be, snobby or nothing, but let's be real. Like, yeah, y'all just about getting y'all coins. That's it. That's why y'all focus on the same shit.
Clickbait.
It's just the same shit all the time. Like, it's the same shit. You know what I mean? So make your coins, whatever. But those is not channels that you go to for either news or breakdowns. I don't go to those channels because I'm like, well, why would I? If I want a good breakdown, I'm not going to y'all. I'm gonna go to Boxing Gems. If I want a well thought out perspective, I'm gonna go to Beats. Right? Like I don't have a reason to be listening to no boxing like for what? For what?
Did any of y'all actually listen to them at one like at some point in
Never,
in
never,
time?
never.
Never.
Ever.
Yes,
Am I
bro.
the
I just
only
said I was
idiot?
out here
You
watching 9 videos of Gary Russell versus Devin Haney, bro, and that didn't happen.
yo guys
Not
panel
Hands down.
yo guys panel earlier. Coach Malachi he stated that he's going to post something on his Instagram, which was a video of Adrian Broner at a
I
McDonald's
saw that. I
Oh
saw it.
without
yeah,
his
I
Yeah,
shirt
saw
I
on.
saw
that.
that shit.
My boy,
Oh
my
my
boy.
god.
But you know what the shit with
He
Broner
wanted
is?
to fight the employee at the
I'm
McDonald's.
done feeding. I'm done because being real, I knew his career was over 4 years ago. I
After the
knew
Pacquiao fight.
it was. I
Yeah.
knew it was over. Like at this point, what I'm because I gotta mitigate when I make a video. I gotta mitigate. Okay, what's worth talking about? I ain't got 4 minutes to talk about Adrian, bro. I don't got 3 minutes. Like, all right, so you bugging out and acting stupid again, and you still in your mid-30s doing that shit, right? All right, ha 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 ha. Like that's
Yeah, but Jules, he's
wait,
going to
wait.
McDonald's
You know what my
topless.
biggest takeaway from that was? It's like, why does he have his shirt off?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
bro. The shit is the shit is that he is the reason I don't like talking about Broner. You know why? Because Broner is only popular for promoting degeneracy within the culture. It's the only reason he's popular. Because
Facts.
we all know a guy like that. I know a guy like that, or I knew
me too.
a guy
Me
like
too.
that. The
I think we
only
all
reason,
do.
the only reason that Broner is so relatable and people still talk about him is because a lot of the shit he do, yo, I know a guy that's like that, that he a fuck up like that, that he just a train wreck like that. And all I really see, right? I'm older now. I'm like, yo, all I really see is he promotes degeneracy within a culture. That's all I see.
Yeah, but fuck, Jules, if you're in the public eye and you were a known fucking name, like what the fuck are you doing, man? You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, how many times has that question been asked? That's my thing. Like, we've been asking that about him literally for half a decade. Like, yo, what's when he terrorized that Uber driver? Like, bro, what's the matter with you?
What are you, 16?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you a grown ass. You're not in your 20s. You a grown ass man. And this what I don't like is that at the end of the day, the people that look at that shit and find that shit cute or funny, yeah, you just like him. You gotta be a piece of shit like him to think, yeah, you gonna terrorize this man that's just trying to make a buck. And that's cool. I don't nah. I hope you burn. I hope you crash and burn harder. So because in life you're pretty fucking useless, but at least you can be a cautionary tale of what not to do. Because you fucked up grandiose paper. Jay offered you ridiculous money. What you tell him to do? Suck my dick.
that's fucking unbelievable, man. Holy shit.
You
know what?
fucking idiot.
It's hindsight.
Eddie Hearn came to him with 2 offers 2 years ago for Conor Ben. That's still worth money. What you said? Oh, he broke. He broke. Oh, that's why you ended up signing to Don King? Because he's broke.
But Jules, in hindsight,
idiot, yo.
In hindsight, it's a good thing that he didn't take that deal with Jay-Z because honestly, if he did, he'd have fucked it up on the road, I think.
Bro, the shit is that I don't know. All I know is that what I've never liked about Broner is it's almost like you a parody of some shit. You just promote a lot of shit that I don't like. Like, yo, why you acting bugged out? You an athlete. You got M's. You on TV. You got opportunity. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people that don't have that opportunity. You keep getting them for some reason. Why?
No, Jules, those M's have
Suck.
evaporated. Those M's have evaporated.
Oh, by now, yeah, but I mean, at the time is what I'm saying. That like the only thing that Broner makes news for, honestly, and I said this 5 years ago when I was really picking up uploading content. That actually started more 5 years ago when I decided, you know what, I'm going to do it regularly. And I noticed that he don't be in the news for fights. Nah, he don't be in the news for fights and fighting shit. You be in the news for all the dumb shit you do. Cause you felt the bitch ass at the mall, cause you got banned from Uber, cause you made a racial slur about Pacquiao. You only a headline because you act like a fucking idiot. What and I don't know, like some people celebrate. You funny though. No, you're retarded. If you look at that, no, you're fucking retarded.
That or evil, because how else do you find this man destroying his life funny?
Like if you celebrating the infantile, childish bullshit that he do, odds are you a degenerate too. You would have to be. You was a world champion boxer. I'm supposed to find it funny you trying to duke it out with the kid at McDonald's.
Because they messed up your order? Like,
You're a
seriously?
what like you it's about billions. If that every time I hear that, I laugh inside. Did you ever get to $1 billion?
I
Yo,
mean,
you know what's funny?
it's one thing. It's like
Vince,
when you get into it with why are you filming that anyway? Like, who was filming?
For
God.
you know
like,
what? For social media clout. For social media clout. Because that's what you reduced to as a man in your mid-30s. You fucked up a lot of paper. Yeah. Fucked up a lot of paper. Fucked up a lot of opportunities. And you are reduced to doing dumb shit for social media clout.
Still can't believe this guy has children.
Well,
oh
Coach
God,
said previously he was flushing 50s, 10s, and 5s down the toilet.
Oh yeah, God.
Now, George said high KO ratio doesn't necessarily mean bigger power, but more aggression as well as who they fought. Example, Eubank Sr. versus Eubank Jr. Like I said, if somebody tells me that Wilder is a legendary puncher, tell me what legendary fighters he punched and knocked out. Because I know that Sonny Liston knocked out a bunch of motherfuckers, a bunch of real motherfuckers. Joe Louis, too. And Ali. And he's not even known as a big puncher or a power puncher, but he fought a lot of real motherfuckers. Wilder, you didn't. No. George said, to be fair, Hatman's been struck a couple of times, so he's been extra careful these last couple of years. What, like with copyright strikes and shit like that?
Yeah, he
Luis
said that in
said,
his videos. He has to be careful what he says. So yeah.
oh, really?
Who has to be careful?
But in what
Damn.
capacity, Jay?
I think there's just the terminology he may use sometimes. He said, "I got to be careful. I'm not trying to catch a copyright strike by what I say. I'm not going to say that term." He's just said stuff like that. So yeah. So I don't know. I know who's been striking his videos or whatever else, but that's just what he said. So.
Oh, I heard about that. Wait. UFOologist showed 2 alien corpses in Mexico. Real or fake? I think it's fake to be real.
They've already been determined to be fake.
It's fake.
Fake. We know about it.
AB about burgers. Yeah, like the way I really feel like they just trying to distract us with this alien shit, man, because they've really been pushing this shit the last couple of months, man. Real accepting, like, yeah, it's UFO. Like, look, yeah, there might be life in the universe, but that's not what this shit is. Why y'all got some fake aliens in Mexico? What's going on? What is that shit? Y'all trying to
Because
distract
everyone's
us
buying.
from?
All the rich people are buying up property in Maui and leaving people homeless and destitute.
Yeah, but Jules, you claim your ass is an alien, so.
And that don't mean them fucking motherfuckers in that don't mean them 2 little motherfucking shits they found in Mexico is real.
By the way, Jules, nice mug, very colorful.
Oh yeah, that's a Marvel mug, in case you can't tell.
Oh shit.
Pretty cool.
Oh, you
I'm
steal
saying?
another shit from your son, eh?
Gavy.
Oh, that's literally mine. I get a new mug every birthday. I got a bunch of them. I got one that looked like Groot. But yeah, like I don't got no tolerance for Brona, bro. I don't have no tolerance for that shit. Like, nah, like
just fuck off into obscurity.
Fuck off, bro. Just get the fuck out of here, bro. Like you like a parody of some shit. You know what I mean? Now,
Weight world champion, yo.
Julius, do you know who? Julius, do you know who Gordon Chumway is?
Nah, who's that?
You remember that show Alf? ALF?
Yeah, I remember Alf.
Yeah, his name was Gordon Chumway. I think you're related to him.
Why would I be? Oh, right. Cause I think it. Yeah, like. Go ahead, country.
I just had a quick hypothetical I wanted your opinion on. Ray Mercer versus Ron Lyle.
Oh,
Lyle, what the hell? Are y'all
damn!
high?
Mercer.
Yo, I don't
Mercer
know,
all day.
bro.
Yo,
You think Ray
That
would
would
get him?
be.
You think Ray would get him?
yes. Did you?
I think
I
here's why I
don't
think
know,
Ray would
man.
get
That
him.
would be all
Foreman
out
said?
war, bro. I'm telling you.
He
Here's
said
why I
he
think
I'm
Ray
punched
would
me
get him.
so
telling
hard I
you.
stopped feeling shit.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Ray because he is a gold medalist. You tend to
Yeah,
forget that he
Nah.
is a gold medalist.
Yeah, but let us not forget that Ron Lyle put George Foreman on his face.
on the deck more than
But
once.
he got
Yeah,
up.
but he got yeah. Couldn't keep him there, but yeah.
If
Also,
it's a
Ray
gun,
Mercer
look,
went
if
toe to
it's a
toe with Lennox
gunfight,
Lewis.
I favor Ron. If it's a gunfight, I favor Ray. I do favor Ray in a gunfight. Remember, you gotta outbox Ray. Larry, fucking, how old was Larry in that fight? How old was Larry when he fought? He was like in his 40s, bro.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, he was in his early
old as
40s
shit,
when he
bro.
outboxed when he
He's
scored. But
old
yeah,
as
early
shit,
40s.
but and
Yeah.
remember that was after Ray damn near killed the Duke.
Yep.
But
Yep.
dude, that would be
Took his O.
one
Took his
hell
O
of
that
a
night.
fight,
Took his
though,
O.
man. I mean, for real, that fight would be freaking awesome to watch.
Bruh. You know, y'all know what my spirit fight is. Mike Tyson, Joe Frazier, 15 rounds.
Oh, Frazier, man.
I don't feel that way. I feel like it.
I know you do. I
to
knew
me,
you wouldn't.
to me, he ends up getting stopped like how George stopped him early.
I'll tell you what. If Mike doesn't get Joe early, if Mike doesn't get Joe early, I favor Joe.
I'm saying that's how I feel. That if Mike don't take him out quick, if Mike don't kill him quick, then it favors Joe. Then it favors Joe. But I think Mike too fast, too sharp, combinations too strong. I think he kill him quick, and they'll pull him out. Referee stoppage.
Now here's the intriguing part, though. What happens when Joe actually hits Mike with that left hook and Mike goes down?
Well, I think that Joe's left hook, if you watch it, you wasn't gonna hit Mike with that. I could tell you right now, you was able to hit Ali with that because what does Ali do, everybody? What does he do that they tell you not?
And
back up a straight line.
Back in. Yep. Back up.
What does Mike do?
Bobbing with yep.
You not good. Like I could tell you that.
Peekaboo.
Yeah, I think it's a devastating left hook, but I don't think you would land that left hook on Mike. I do not. I do because he won't stop moving. And once he gets in your chest, his punches is more compact. Watch him. Mike's punches was more compact than Joe's. Joe's punches was wider. Looping right, looping left.
Mike could throw a 4-3-4 punch combination less than a second.
Mike can have this much room and get in with a monster uppercut. This much room. So
Now,
I favor Mike.
Now, here's a fight I wanted to see Mike Tyson have that he could have, but for whatever reason never did. Him and Riddick Bowe.
I'm saying, bro.
I don't think they were ever going to fight each other.
They was never gonna. I have no recollection of that fight ever being like. I was young, so I'll give you that. But I just never had the sense that we was on the eve of that fight. It was never a conversation.
Never on the eve. Never a conversation about it. But man, it's a fight. I'm like, man, why didn't we ever have that fight?
You know what's weird? That I think that would have been an easier fight for Mike than the Holyfield fight was.
I agree.
I think that would have been an easier. You know how the shit is weird, like Hopkins, Pavlik, Taylor. I think it would have been that way. That Holy got Mike, and Mike would have got Riddick, but Riddick got Holy.
Oh yeah, yep. Rock paper scissors.
Yeah, I think it would have been like that. I think Riddick's kind of overrated, to be real.
Hey, you're not alone, Jules. I mean, like,
He's kind of overrated.
I mean, if you look at his resume, what's his best wins, really? If you think about
Holyfield, Holyfield.
That's it. Like,
hey, Jules, what do you think about Abeabuchi and Mike Tyson, though, man? That would be a badass one too. Because he fucked you up.
It's a shame about Ike.
I think I could have gotten him. Man. I think I could have gotten him.
Mike did have some pretty underrated defense.
See, no, this is exactly what we're talking about with Wilder. Hang on. This is exactly what we're talking about with Wilder. We're talking about guys who were never heavyweight champion and salivating over fights they'd never had. Yeah. Meanwhile, we're talking about Wilder like, oh, greatest heavyweight puncher of all time. It's 42. Fuck off.
I mean, that like I can't put I don't like with Wilder. You know how, just like Jason said, There's fighters that was so good that you fantasize them fighting other fighters. I don't have no fantasy fights for Wilder, bro. You suck.
All the guys we talked about beat him.
Yeah, like I think Corey Saunders would whoop his ass.
Oh God, shit. See what he did to
Corey
Vlad? Yeah,
Sanders.
after what he did to Vlad. Yeah, come on. You
Corey
think he would beat
Saunders. I
Wilder?
think David Tua would whoop his ass. Ike Ibiabuchi would whoop his ass.
Hey, Jules.
I think Povetkin would have whooped his ass.
Ibiabuchi and Holyfield may have been a better fight because Holyfield did beat Mike, man.
I mean, he did, but it's just that my thing is that when I think of the version of Mike that I like to think of, and I know I'm being a fanboy.
No, well, they waited too long for that fight. I think it would have been a different fight if they would have fought way back then.
When I think of Mike in a fantasy fight, I'm either thinking of the Mike that fought Trevor Berbick, or the Mike that fought Corey Spinks, or the Mike. I'll say, look, when Mike came back and he fought Bruno, he was still a serviceable fighter, so it's not like he was completely washed. But when I think about peak Mike Tyson, it really is the one that fought Trevor Berbick. That's the one I'm thinking about.
Pre-prison.
Pre-prison.
In the 80s. Yeah, in the 80s.
85 to 89 Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
like that's
version,
one.
that version.
I'm not thinking about, Frank Bruno Mike,
Yeah, not
Bruce
90s Mike, not 90s
Selden
Mike.
Mike,
Not 90s.
Razor Ruddock Mike. Even though he was still capable,
Do you
But
think he digressed drastically or certain?
I mean, it was gradual because what I noticed was the sharpness was gone. The sharpness of moving side to side.
He stopped his peak. He stopped his
¿Crees que
peekaboo
Mike
shit.
Tyson
He
le fuera a
stopped his
ganar a
peekaboo shit.
Holyfield? Or Holyfield just had his number, man?
I think Holyfield had his number because of the styles. Like Holy was a great counter puncher, and you need to be that to beat my. Like, look, the Brits ain't gonna like me for this, but they know how I feel. The version of Mike that Lennox fought, that's not Mike, bro. Right? That dude was washed.
He was washed. Yeah, he was
Everybody
done.
knew he was washed.
He was done by then. That's it.
Now, the version of Mike that Holy beat is closer to what he really was, and I think that style that Holy had, that I'm gonna counter him and push him back, and I'm gonna take it to him. I'm not gonna move away from him. I'm gonna take it to him. If he come in, I'm gonna take it to him. That's how you beat him. He's a pressure fighter.
Because I noticed, because in that fight, I noticed when Mike with this, like he didn't even throw any combinations, but he just would throw like one punch at a time, and kind of like
because he got lazy with his shit too. He got too dependent on, I'm gonna hit him once, and you know what I mean? Like he got lazy with his shit. But I do feel that Holyfield stylistically had his number.
You forgot the most.
It's hard to
move that Holyfield used, bro. That titanium dome of a skull to win that fight.
Bro, but the shit is that,
or you think it would have got the distance?
Yo, hold on. The shit is that Holy, like he hit that shit well, so you got to deal with that, bro. Because he knew how to do that shit to where the ref don't see it. He'll come in low, boop. It is what it is. Be like, I can't even hate on it. Like, yo, he did that shit beautifully, bro. He had some good low blows too, bro. Wasn't brazen with, like, he knew where the ref was to punch you right in your shit.
That's in the business.
Trying to tell you, bro. I tell you, bro, like Holy was a dirty motherfucker, but I liked it. Like, fuck it. If you get away with it, why not? Fuck it.
Hey, no le decían
We're
nada.
still trying to find out that person who. Still trying to find out the person who faked his steroid test. That son of a bitch.
You know what I'm saying? Evan Fields. Out of all the pseudonyms, let me choose. My name is Evander Holyfield. Let my pseudonym be Evan Fields. Like, bro, you can't make this.
Yeah, that works.
Boxing is a crazy ass.
And his son named Evan. That's his son's name, right, Evan?
Bro, yo, he had a heart attack. Did y'all know that?
That was Bronny. That was
oh yeah, I think I heard this.
That was Bronny, not Evan Holyfield.
Who was it?
That was Bronny that had a heart attack.
LeBron's son.
LeBron's son.
No, Evander Holyfield's son had a heart attack.
Really?
Yeah, man, the one that box. Yeah.
Evan? Oh shit.
Really?
He had a heart attack. I seen this shit for this shit 2 weeks
when
ago.
Was that?
They got like a GoFundMe for this shit and all that.
Oh man, how's he doing?
Yo, he got like a heart problem.
Doesn't Evander
or some
have
shit.
money?
Evander Holyfield, made like $300 million? They got a GoFundMe for his kid? Are you kidding me?
More than that. He made more than that.
That's me, bro. I thought this. I'm like, wait a minute. Can Evander pay for this shit?
Nah, bro.
Evander's been
Didn't he go bankrupt?
burned through money.
He went bankrupt.
He burned through his money. He had to sell his
Saying,
house.
but what did he make from that Victor Belfort fight, bro? Remember that?
Oh, you wrong for
Probably
no,
not. It wasn't
no.
on Triller.
No, I'm just saying, doesn't he have any money from that?
I don't know. Like it was on Triller, wasn't it?
What,
Yeah,
bro? Wait, era
yeah.
trailer,
So
way.
probably
fight
not
was a
on
tragedy.
Yo, Jules, I know you like custom tees and panel. You're gonna get a laugh out of this. So I bought a custom tee off of some like fucking eBay or something. So catch this. It's a really cool tee, but there's a problem with it, and you guys can spot it. Look in the video. Like, cop this.
Let
Can
me
you see
see.
this?
Let me see. Hold up. I'm pulling it up now. Give my shit is slow.
I see it.
Okay, you see that? Okay, watch this. Check this out. Wait. Check out the problem though. Can you spot the problem?
Haglar.
Oh no!
So don't buy.
that man.
Do not buy. It's like if you get something sent to you from Oklahoma, this is the type of shit that you're gonna fucking get.
Yo, this
How much you
shit's
pay for? How much you pay for that?
Haglar.
How much that cost? How much you pay?
Oh fuck. I don't know, like $20-$30 or some shit like that, man.
Oh,
Hey, bro, like half my family's from Oklahoma, so what you're saying is accurate. So yeah.
Listen, the shit say Haglar. Like who remember Final Fight? Hagar, the big dude with the overalls.
Yeah,
Haglar.
Man's been
Jules,
dead for
I'm
years,
still
but
wearing it.
still
Fuck
gets no
it.
respect.
I would still wear it too. Like,
yeah,
I would still wear it too.
I mean, seriously, who's gonna read the back? Who's literally gonna look at the back though?
You can wear them to the gym. That's a good gym.
Yeah, like I was still
No,
wearing
Mike.
it too.
You know what? I'll wait for people. How many people will stop me and be like, "Yo, you know what I mean?"
No, just tell. No, you know what you do? Lie. Be like, yo, this is how you spell Hagler in my language. They not gonna know. Oh, like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah,
like
makes
the
sense,
A
yeah.
is the E, and where are you from?
Jules, you
No,
truly
no,
are
Jules.
Alf, man. You're
Trying
alien
to
life
tell you,
form.
like they not because then they can't say nothing. Like you can't say nothing about how we spell, bro. That's how we spell. Your E is R-A. What?
No, Jules, just say this is how you spell Hagler in Italian.
It's a haglare. It's a haglare. It's a haglare.
Haglare.
Wait,
Mangia,
what's your
mangia.
problem?
Oh shit! He said haglare, ragazzi. My sister speaks.
It makes
that
sense
shit.
because he did move to Italy later in his life. So
No, yeah, haglare. My name is Vincenzo Haglare.
He made a
had
bunch of
an
movies over
Italian
there too.
accent.
He's like a star.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
He had an Italian accent at the end of his life. Like, what the fuck, bro?
He was in a couple of Italian movies, guys.
Yeah.
Bro, I saw. Who's seen his real movie? His
Which
first movie where he had like a big ass machine gun.
Indio.
Yo, that.
I haven't seen it, but I heard about it. Never seen it.
Yo, that was me and one of my uncles. God bless the dead. That he put me on that shit. And then, you know that I saw Indio before I realized who it was. I knew that I knew the guy, but I didn't put it together. Oh shit! This is Marvin Hagler. Shit is crazy.
Is it a good movie?
I remember it being good, but I haven't seen it in over fucking 30 years. It's from when I was a kid, bro.
Hey, quick question. Have any of you guys seen Mirage lately? He has not been around.
But I haven't done a live in a minute. So wasn't he on the last live?
Was he? I don't think so.
I
think
remember.
no. I remember him being on one of the recent, not on the panel, but he was in the comments.
Why
Well, we have a Canelo hater in the comments right
little
now.
Country, he's trying to get a bronze made out of like David's fucking schlong.
He has a bronze cast of David's.
I haven't seen that Tony the Tiger dude who's always asking people if they want to frosted flakes.
Yeah, like where's
He's
my
gone,
guys?
too.
Yeah, where? Like where's
No,
the
we have a
Tony the
Canelo
Tiger?
hater right now.
Mike put him on blast. I think that's why he's not here.
Jose. Oh,
Speaking
Tony
of
the
that,
Tiger.
can you-
Tony,
hey, there's like
Tony the
130
Tiger. I
people.
got rid of him, bro. He's not coming back here, bro.
Good.
Who, Tony the Tiger? Why not?
I put him in a pack, bro.
You did?
Yeah, bro. That guy's retarded.
Wait, who is that?
He's a troll. He's a troll that comes here, bro.
But when did you put him in a pack? Like what happened?
Well, I don't remember exactly. I think it was like a month ago, maybe 2 months ago.
Uh-huh.
I
Jules, that other
remember what
cat,
he was
Dor-
trolling about. I think he was bothering Sophia about some shit, and he was trolling us as well.
Yeah, he was taking shots at me too.
Oh, apparently, yeah. This is the guy that was calling us. What do you call it? We all say the same shit. He was saying that we all say the same things. I was like, how do we say the same things? We literally disagree a lot of the times. What echo chamber? He was calling us echo chamber.
Right,
That's what
right.
it was.
I think I remember that.
And then he
Yeah,
was
yeah,
also
I
yelling
remember
about
that.
Coach Malachi and wanting him to unblock him and shit. It's like no wonder Coach blocked you.
Bro, out of all the internet personas, Tony the Tiger, like
Yeah,
why?
he was like he'd always ask who wants Frosted Flakes in the chat all the
I
time.
used to get excited when I saw. Yo, you know what? A part of
To be
me
fair,
really
they are
thought that
great.
was Tony the Tiger. I'm childish. I really had hope that was the real Tony the Tiger.
Next thing we know, Captain Crunch is going to show up.
You're just stupid.
I used to get happy when I saw the emblem there, like, oh, it's Tony the Tiger. They're great.
Did any of you cats find out where that guy Dorce, Sweetness or whatever, where he
Oh,
went?
no, I have a mental image of who that is, and I think it's someone.
He got into a beef on the live with, was it Base?
Really?
I don't know. Yeah, you're having your smoke break, man. You're having your fucking
Oh
Newport.
yeah, it did get kind of heated. If I remember, what was that last week?
No.
That was 2 weeks ago. That was about 2 weeks ago. You talking about when I had him on, right?
Wasn't he mad about something because we didn't?
It was on
agree
a
with what he
Saturday,
said or
Mike.
something?
It was on a Saturday.
Yeah,
man.
It was one of the
fucking
fights. It was
Saturday.
one of the fights that we was watching live. It was on a Saturday. It was one of the recent fights that we were watching live. I remember, and it was in the afternoon.
Yeah, because Jules, you went for a smoke, and then he came on, and then he got it. He fucking got into it, and he started like letting loose, and then you fucking reamed him out.
I remember. I remember that was over a month ago. I remember. He's the Benavidez Jono Sabo kid. I really
You started putting him
really
on
hate
live.
Jono Sabos. I don't know why they irritate me, but I really hate Jono Sabos.
Hey, if you guys are in here, can you like the video, please?
Yeah, facts.
Get the likes up.
Like and subscribe. You know I never
honestly,
say that
bro,
shit.
How much longer?
I'll say it for you. Make these MFers push the button.
How much
please. It's
longer
simple.
before David Benavidez goes to 175, bro? Because his body can't hold up forever, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you that I believe that because he doesn't have a plan, he's gonna get got by somebody. I just don't know.
Might be Demetrius. Who
Honestly,
knows?
bro, it's not
fight next year.
Jules. It's not crazy if Andre would win, bro, because he's gonna be winning until he gasses
It's not
out.
crazy. You know what? You know why it's not crazy? Because David is ass, bro. Like he's another one that like, yo, that dude is ass, bro. Like the
I'm
fuck,
not gonna
like
lie. Yo, can you? I can't name. Yo, David's the biggest hype job I've seen in years. I can't remember the last hype job I've seen. But
my
David
thing
is
is
Jules and panel. Look, wait. David
Gervonta Davis
Benavidez
is a
has
hot
to be on pads, man, because he ain't cutting that much weight.
he's on,
He ain't
bro,
cutting
listen,
that much weight without
Memo
fucking the goods.
Heredia is over there, bro. Like it's like he's on pads, bro.
Who cares?
Let me ask
I don't,
you.
and let's say this. I'm of this opinion. I don't actually care that he's on pad. I don't care. My thing is that because you don't have a plan of okay, you've been at this weight for years, bro, and you don't seem to have any plan to move up. And
No
I believe
ambition.
Hold up. I believe that you're gonna end up like Jarrett Hurd.
Wait.
One day, all his punch resistance was just gone. The Julian Williams fight. Normally, he could take a punch. Normally, he's durable,
really
and out of the
good
clear blue sky, his punch resistance was gone. I think that's gonna happen because, bro, you can't stay there forever, bro. Like
he debuted in 2013, right?
Bro, and he's
I
been
don't see Andrade being that guy though.
He's never moved up.
Speaking of Jarrett Hurd, it's like his only advantage to me was like he was a big ass 154.
I mean,
that was
yeah,
it.
but
that was it.
But it worked for him, and it's like with him, you could see that, like, yeah, yo, I used to see the guy. I'd be like, yo, how are you making 154, bro? You look like a damn super middleweight.
Thank you.
And
I
with
mean,
David Benavidez, it's the same shit though. It's like, yo, dog, like, so what? Are you never gonna go to light heavyweight?
Yeah.
No,
Didn't you
Spider
say?
Pete was there.
Didn't you say that you would knock out Dimitri Bivol? He doesn't have anybody to fight right now.
Hello. Go up, move up. I'm sure he give
Go
you a
get him.
voluntary shot. He give you a
Get him,
voluntary
Tiger.
shot.
Oh, I'm serious, bro.
Bivol would wash him. You know that.
Of
This is not a
course.
hot take, by the way. This is a fact. David Benavidez at 175 doesn't beat Craig Richards, bro.
I
He
don't
doesn't
think
beat.
he.
He
PBC doesn't have
No, I'm
anybody at
with
175.
No, if he were to,
nobody worth nobody with money. You know what I mean? That it's a lot of risks up there, but not a lot of rewards.
no,
Look, we could say that this is my thing. If you felt that you could get a belt up there, then you'd be up there. If you felt that you could get a belt up there, the real shit is you can't get a belt up there. Better Beef would wash you. Old as he is, yeah, I would pick Better Beef to wash you.
yes, he'd
Because
wash.
you come forward you don't have no mystery to you.
It would make
So
it easy for Benavidez, actually.
Well, that's what
you
Joe
exactly
said.
like
That's
you
what
would be very easy to find and easy to hit for Better
He'd
Beef.
go out like Joe.
Yeah, that's how exactly like that's literally what like you come forward in a straight line, bro. Like you come forward in a hot guard, and if he don't murder your body, it's gonna be an uppercut up the middle that splits that hot guard. With Bivol, oh, that's gonna be Zerto Part 2. That's all. That's Zerto Part 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Do you think the reason? Do you think the reason he hasn't moved up is because he knows the risk reward isn't there, and he thinks if he sticks around, he can get the Canelo fight potentially?
Three reasons. Three reasons. They look at the champions that are up there as not being worth no money. So why risk it? That's one. Two, more options for him at 168. More options for him being a PBC fighter. You see what I mean? And three, the God Almighty Canelo fight.
I agree with number one though, because if he goes up there, the risk reward is little. I think he gets beat by Bivol, and I think he gets beat by Better Beef as well. So that's not a good risk for him. And again, the reward wouldn't mean shit money wise. So I don't blame him for that reason and only that reason.
The shit is also that they don't see, like, put it this way. Let's say in a vacuum, in a hypothetical scenario, if he was really that guy, that monster that they say he is, let's say he goes in there with Bivol and he destroys him, bloody mess, he annihilates him, he shows Canelo how it's done. That would increase your star power if you believe you could do that. The thing is, we all know you can't do that.
Yeah,
we know that.
I mean, that would increase the incentive for them to fight. Oh shit!
Yeah,
Hey,
because
who did it better?
Because that's how stars are made. That it's not just one thing. It's performance at the performance that shows they're like, yo, this is a bad motherfucker.
Bad motherfucker, man.
And bro, who you fighting that I'm supposed to say you a bad mother? Who the yo? You know who's a bad motherfucker? Christian Billy. That's that motherfucker. Where he did the
Demon.
he did Demon Nichols.
You know, I was so
bro,
mad.
it's like somebody pulled the battery out of Demon back.
It was like the controller unplugged his controller mid fight. You know what I mean?
I woke up and seen it, bro. Where they had that fight. That fight was literally like 15 minutes away from my house. I could have gone.
Should have went, bro.
Bro, I didn't know. I thought it was in Montreal.
Bro, he beat
the shit out of him.
No, we said he'd fuck him up. We said that.
No, I mean we knew, but it was like, remember, like, yo, Demetrius ain't do that to him. He ain't do that to him.
Demetrius got dropped. He got dropped.
Let's not gas up Desmond Nichols.
Yeah, but you
I'm not going to gas him, but I'm going to say that. Look at the Carlos Gongara fight, bro. Listen.
Oh yeah, that was fucking amazing.
Listen,
that was an amazing fucking fight.
What if I told you that all Carlos' hair is gray right now?
It's all that trust.
No, I'm telling you that this motherfucker beat years out of this month. Carlos just had a fight, I believe it was in Guatemala. Carlos ain't got no hair on his head, right?
Whose mic is that, bro? Fix that shit.
Yeah, fix that shit. All Carlos' hair right here is gray now, bro. That's how bad Mobili fucked that man up, bro. If you look at the Mobili fight, he had color in his hair, bro. Mobili's a bad dude.
That's some real black and black crime, bro. For real.
Bad dude, bro.
Man, nah, hit Mobili and Gongara. That was the fight.
I need Mobili.
That was amazing.
That was a badass fight.
Yo,
that
what's
his
rankings looking like for Mobili? Like, where is he ranked?
You know he's on David's ass, right?
for
That's how.
WBC.
Yes.
Yeah, but do we expect Mauricio to do his job though? Like you
But
can't
Billy's number one. He's number one in the WBC rankings.
we can never. The only sanctioning body I trust to do his job is WBO. All these other
Basically,
ones,
yeah. At
I
this
don't
point, yeah.
I don't look at anything like seriously when it comes to the other ones. To be honest with you, I'm surprised that Rolly's even gotten away. He got
That
that.
he hasn't been stripped yet is crazy,
It's
bro.
crazy, bro. Because the deadline was 2 weeks ago.
That
Was
was 2-3 weeks ago, bro. That's
it?
crazy. It's
Hey,
like,
did
what
y'all
are
know that
y'all
Andrade is
doing?
number one?
Like, who?
Did y'all know that Andrade is number one for WBA
Demetrius?
and WBO? For number one in super
No.
middleweight, WBO
Yeah,
and
because
WBA is number one.
yeah, because he's gonna fucking fight David Morrell.
Please.
Come
You know,
on, B.
I find out like the fight of the mediocres. I think Demetrius should square up with Keith.
Demetrius who?
Andre.
He should fight who?
Keith Thurman?
Keith
He's a
Thurman.
welterweight, bro.
And giggles.
He's a
Keith's a
what?
welterweight.
Fuck it. Yeah, they're both on the same scale and the both skill factor.
Keith
The
needs
Keith's
to
a welterweight,
retire.
so but still,
Keith
but
needs
Keith is getting annoying.
to retire, bro. Like he's just
Bro, there's
He
a
is
lot of
retired.
guys in
He's just
boxing
trying
right
to-
now that honestly, if you actually look at boxing right now, there's a lot of guys that need to retire, bro. Keith,
Danny,
Leo
Lara.
Santa Cruz hasn't announced his retirement yet. I really need him to do that.
Yeah,
I don't ever want to see that guy come back. I don't want.
Yo, you heard Berto's coming back?
Who, Andre Berto?
No.
Oh, for
Who
what?
are they gonna put him in with?
To get
Tank.
fucked up, obviously, to get the
They don't put
shit
him-
beat out of him.
They don't
one
put
more
him in there
time.
with Tank at 140.
Bro, listen, PBC fighters never really retire. Not really.
They semi-retire. They semi-retire.
Bro, I swear to
afford
God, Jamal looks to me like he wants to retire, but I won't let him. I swear to God.
Yeah,
That's what it
like
looks
he
like to
has
me, bro.
he probably has like a cock ring that lets out an electric surge. That,
Yo.
like, you mentioned retiring.
Why?
Oh,
Why do you have to make it so
Oh,
weird?
hell.
Why do you
Because
have to
they
make it
put
so
it-
weird, bro?
Because he can't have like a choker. People could see the choker. It gotta be somewhere they
bro.
can't see it. So he probably got like, who seen the Tony Stark arc on his chest? He
Yeah,
probably got
arc reactor, yeah.
like a cock ring like that.
A Carc reactor?
Cock reactor. He has a cock reactor, bro.
Actually, Julius says it was like when you said that he Al Heyman has like Rolly Romero on his lap and he's petting him like a fucking cat. I think he has some of these other fighters in the fucking as like gimps from like fucking Pulp Fiction in the cage.
Bro,
Yeah.
somebody
Bro.
said, I
Bro,
forgot
would you-
who said this. They said that he got Leo Santa Cruz on a hamster wheel.
Bro,
That was Julio. That was Julio.
Bro, where you
That's
coming up with
Julio.
the cock ring shit? Are you serious, man?
That was
You are a sick motherfucker. You know that.
Yo,
right?
and I really had a mental image of him coming to the corner of the tank, and you know the little hamster water that they drink?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, man.
See, here's why that image doesn't. Jules, here's why that image doesn't work. Leo Santa Cruz doesn't work hard enough to be on a hamster wheel.
Bro, he
Oh,
probably
yeah,
running on that
jokes.
shit mad slow.
Yo, Jason, bro. Are you still a Tyson Fury fan?
He admitted it earlier.
I just
Yeah,
you can say no. It's
how,
okay.
like,
You can say
I just,
no.
I just can't like respect.
I
you.
feel
just,
like
if you're a fan of the
I'm
sport,
feeling
I just
more
can't
up.
see
I'm
how
feeling
you are
more and
just
more.
a fan of Tyson Fury. I
I'm,
just can't see it.
I'm feeling.
He's a
I'm feeling
grifter,
more
bro.
and more like it's an obligation. I'm feeling more and more like it's an obligation at this point, bro.
Man,
Like,
whoever
it's
you
obligation.
It's simple.
Wow.
Look, it's
Obligation.
simple, bro. It's
An
simple.
obligation.
It's simple. It's look, the year is almost over. We're about 9 months into this year. The year is almost over. We already know that, he's not going to do nothing outside of that Ngannou fight this entire calendar year. And yeah, the division suffers for it because you haven't fought any boxers this year.
Nope.
Like none.
If he doesn't
And
if he doesn't fight Usyk next, I'll be done.
He's
with
not fighting Usyk next.
He's
yo,
not
the
going
shit
to,
is
bro.
no. Do
He's
you
not
know
going
what I'm saying is that it's damaging to the division,
To the
that-
sports. To the
to the
sport.
sport. Yo, where are the big boxing matches, bro?
They're not
Fucking
here.
Ngannou? Really, bro? Come on. Like this is for me. This is a new low because no, this is not what Floyd did. Floyd had his big boxing matches, then he did the circus fights. It wasn't in
Bro,
between.
do you even see this pay per view doing well? Because I honestly, of course, they had their press conference.
I'm
so
not
people
buying
were
it
talking
like I
about it, but I
thought
don't see
about.
many people talking about it.
Michael, I'm
Jason,
not.
are you
I'm
buying
telling
it?
you, I'm not buying the
Hell
shit.
Yo,
no.
Like,
Jules, I'm not
just
gonna lie. If you spend money supporting that shit, bro, I can't be a fan of you no
I'm
more, bro.
telling you, I'm
Dead
not.
ass.
Yo, listen,
No,
listen. I thought about it because of Wardley versus Adelaide, and then I thought, nah, bro.
nah,
You know
nah, don't do
what?
it. Don't do it,
Nah,
bro.
because
I'm telling you, bro.
not
Like
off that. No, and I'm not doing it. I'm like, yo, you really like, nah, bro. I'm
I'll tell
like,
you.
no. There's no what. That's a domestic level fight. We got
no,
Joyce versus
I'll watch
Dubois.
that fight.
No, we got Joyce versus Dubois, and it wasn't a pay per view. We got Felix Cash versus Denzel Bentley when they were both unbeaten. That wasn't. So I'm not gonna give you $80 just because Fabio Wardley versus David Adelaide. No. And what else is on the undercard? Joseph Parker versus Simon
Why is
Keane.
Joseph Parker still boxing, bro? He's another one that needs to retire, bro. Please go away.
Nah, I am
Please.
good, bro. I'm not buying that shit,
Respectfully,
bro.
bro.
And
You need to watch his
Bro,
pro
you know
corner, bro.
put Isaac
Is
Lowe
Simon King
somewhere in
related
that
to Dempsey?
shit. Huh?
They need this. That
Is
card
Simon
needs
King
to
related to
fail.
Dempsey the King or what? Or
No. Simon Keane is a Canadian dude, bro.
oh, okay, got you.
So yeah,
For sure.
Simon Keane is a Canadian dude. He got a mullet. He's a big guy. But they look alike, or they at least one reminds me of the other, even though one is Canadian and one is Australian.
Look, that card needs to fail because I feel that is what will finally get us Fury Usyk. Which
It's going to
still
fail,
want.
bro.
I agree with that.
Even Ngannou wasn't the biggest UFC fighter in the first place. So
That's
it's
the
not like he's
contention.
like a
That's
star.
the contention that I've had from the beginning. That just because you put two guys together doesn't mean nobody give a fuck. What I remember is that Francis Ngannou wasn't even that dude like that. Like you wasn't McGregor, bro. Like we all know that. Like nah, you wasn't selling like that over there. That's why Dana White wouldn't budge off his demands because you're not the man like that. If you was McGregor, right? If you was like selling like that, right? Or even Ronda, he would have gave you what you wanted to accommodate your demands. But nah, you wasn't.
You went on like that, man.
I
You
think
weren't
the
even on
fight
like
would
a Conor
go like.
McGregor level. None of that.
We know Fury, like, nah, Fury. I only want to see you box boxers, not this dumb shit.
Didn't you hear he said he wanted to box John Jones too, or some shit like that?
John
Some shit like
Jones.
that.
Yeah,
I'm not buying that fucking bullshit.
I'm not
Yo,
buying
just
that
out of
shit, man.
for
I already told
rough
you, bro. Like I'm dead ass. Like I'm literally gonna stream that shit and then not watch it.
You know that I might not fucking watch it. I might fucking watch it. I don't.
No, I
need...
do want to see the Adelaide fight because I already bet money on that with a couple of UK idiots.
I guess, bro.
I'm about to win money on that.
If
shit.
you know what, if somebody could get me, a boogie board joint for that fight, I'll watch that one. But I'm not gonna be sitting here live watching that dumbass shit. Like, nah, bro. Fury,
guys,
you're gonna carry the guy for 3-4 rounds, and I don't want to watch that shit.
What else is going on that day?
Speculation, how much do you guys? For rough speculation, how much do you think? Do you think it's gonna make? Like, and how many? How many people? How many?
Bro, that's
how many
the thing
people are
that
gonna buy
I
it?
don't know because boxing fans, people that watch boxing, I'm really thinking like, yo, would they buy that in this economy? I'm like, I can't see it. Like, no, why would they want to buy Fury versus a dude that don't box?
No.
I just don't see why someone.
Isn't it in the middle of the day too?
That's the other thing that if you're talking about an American pay-per-view, right? It's not even during prime time hours for an American pay-per-view. It's accommodating the UK audience.
Yeah, they're trying to get the UK audience. So how many
I can
UK
only assume
cats are
that
gonna buy it?
are they relying on Fury fans to buy that? Because I'm like, you can't. Americans ain't gonna buy that bullshit in the middle of the afternoon. I don't think. And I don't want to say no foul shit and be wrong. I'm just saying that it's very hard for me to imagine that a boxing fan that likes. Why would a boxing fan buy that? That shit is not real. Like by now, everybody know. Like, bro, MMA fighters don't know how to box.
The Dillian White fight flopped,
you-
bro, here in
did you-
America,
you should
bro.
do?
It flopped. Like, what did it sell? Like 40,000, 10,000.
Exactly, and that was
So
actually
then they're solely
decent
relying on the UK market then.
Does that do 1 million in the UK because he's fighting in
UK don't
Ghana?
know Ngannou like that. It's
Oh, the
Paris.
UK don't know
Paris.
Francis Ngannou, bro.
He resides in France, Paris.
But
That's
but
where they know
Jules, you
him,
should
but
go live that night and have a
not
not
UK.
watching Fury Usyk live.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go live and I'm gonna watch episodes of Friends.
Yeah, yeah.
Go live.
You can title it watching Friends / not watching Usyk Ngannou. No, watching Fury
I'll
Ngannou.
be there for you when you
I'll be
reach
there
the
for
phone. Man, I fucking hate that show. I used to like that show, but
Yo,
then I
stop
realized
it,
that
bro.
It's a
Stop
good
Watching
it,
show.
bro.
it,
That show's funny. Stop it. Don't do
I
that.
got in 20
Don't do that. That
I'll
show's
minutes.
funny.
I shut it off.
I'm with you.
I just
I'm with
couldn't- I
you,
couldn't do
Jules.
it.
I'm with
I
you.
don't know.
That show. I used to like that show too.
No, stop it, bro. That
I
show's
used
funny,
to-
bro.
Nah, being
It's
real,
funny, right,
like
Michael?
I was a big
It's
fan of
funny.
that show. Listen, you gotta remember, I'm old as fucking shit. So when it was
Oh
like
my god,
at
you're
its
so
peak,
fucking old.
What, like
I
1,000
was
years old?
prime
Christ.
shit, yo. When the show was everything that it was, like when it was peaking, one of the most popular shows on television. Yeah, I was watching it. But the older I got, I don't know what it
No,
is.
but
It
like
just seems
Or
when you
now
Jules,
to me,
option 2.
Seinfeld. I love Seinfeld, bro.
yeah, Seinfeld's funny
Seinfeld.
too. Like of course
Shit
Seinfeld's
is
funny.
too
But
Seinfeld's
Friends is
fucking
funny.
funny.
Jules, option 2, instead of Friends, you could like lock the doors and put on Fences with Viola Davis and Denzel Washington.
Nah, because I gotta beat off if I do that.
Yeah,
Viola
see?
Hey,
Yeah,
Davis,
you
yo,
lock the
what are we
doors.
talking about?
gotta get the
Yo,
lotion, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Funniest TV show that's ever made me like die laughing has got to be The Office, bro. Like The Office
Oh
is
yeah,
fucking
definitely.
hilarious.
Yo, when
The Office,
Stanley, yo,
have
listen,
you
when
ever?
Stanley
That was
had that heart attack, bro, I
Yo,
lost
that shit was
15
funny,
pounds.
bro.
He said, yo,
Nah, yo,
that's
the
happening.
funniest,
Oh my god.
the funniest thing for me, bro, was when Michael was like, "Yo, listen, if I was trapped in a room with Toby, Osama bin Laden, and Hitler, and I had a gun with 2 bullets, I'd shoot Toby twice." Like that shit was fucked up, bro. That shit was fucked up, bro. Yo, that
So
show was
my shit,
honestly fucking hilarious, bro.
Or
nah,
guys,
my
remember
shit was
when they went for the
fucking
wedding in
Jim.
Niagara Falls, and then Kevin he put his shoes out to get shined, and then they went missing, and he went to the front desk and he says, "I had shoes out in the hallway to get shined." They said it was a health hazard. We had to incinerate them, so you had to wear Kleenex boxes to the wedding.
I don't remember that, to be honest with you.
I remember when
Oh,
Jim
that was that one up. I guess it was that Office episode. Yeah.
when Jim pretended to be Dwight, bro. Bees.
Oh, yo, that
Battlestar
shit was
Galactica.
funny.
Yeah.
That shit was funny. Yo, the fire escape episode, that shit was classic.
Nah, when they went to Dwight's fucking property and his cousin was running.
Yo, yeah, that shit.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with him, B? Oh shit.
Yo, that show was fucking. Yo, I wish I could. If there's
that
any
was
show I
good.
wish I could go back in time and rewatch for the first time, it's fucking The Office, bro.
Yeah, I really like The Office, bro.
Where is that
When-
fucker Dwight Schrute?
Oh, man.
I don't
When
know,
the,
bro.
when the boss lady got the fucking titty implants, I ain't gonna front. Them titties was nice.
Who? What's her name? Jan?
Jane.
Jane?
No, it was Jan. It was Jan. It was
Yo,
Jan.
the dinner episode. I remember first time watching that. Yo, I couldn't finish the episode. It was so cringe. Oh my! Like the one when they went to go have dinner at the house with Michael.
You talking about with Pam and Jim went to their house?
Yeah, when they went to the house.
Yeah.
Michael had this flat screen TV. It's like a little small ass fucking. I don't even know. It's 15-inch TV, bro. That shit is funny. Get it on the wall.
Oh shit, man. All right, look, fellas. On that note, I'm going to fuck sleep. I'm gonna go live tomorrow night for the Matchroom and Top Rank cards. I'm gonna watch because
What
really,
time is that on, Jules?
Who's the
I mean,
Matchroom
I
card?
think that the Matchroom card is gonna be on. Like, I think it's gonna be late because it's south of the border,
Is that
bro.
8 p.m. I'm looking here.
8 p.m. is yeah.
Good,
But the
good.
fights that I want to see, because I ain't watching it for Sky. I'm watching it for Melissa. Then I'm gonna go switch over to the Top Rank show because
The
I
top
don't
rank
really.
show starts at 7.
Who's
But the
fighting
main
in Top
event,
Rank and
but
who's fighting in Matchroom?
well, Top Rank is Lopez versus Joet Gonzalez, and Joet might get knocked
Oh,
the
okay.
fuck out because he blew the weight. He might be
Yeah,
He's
how do you
weight.
Zayas,
keep-
right? Xander Zayas is fighting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he fighting.
So is
how badly did he blow
Vargas
the weight?
too.
Say it again.
How badly did he blow the weight?
Not by much. Not by much. It wasn't like Zerto.
No, he got
But
down low, didn't he? He made weight and
no, that's what I mean. But see, that's my point, villain. That eventually he made it. But yo, if you might have, gave up a little bit too much in trying to make that shit. So, yeah, I mean,
Emilio Vargas was on that card too, and so was Tiger Johnson.
Yo, I
gonna be a
really
good
like
card.
that kid, bro. I really want to see him do well. I like his
Tiger
activity,
Johnson,
bro.
yeah.
I like the way he boxes. He's
He looked
active
really
as
good
fuck.
last time
Didn't he
out.
just fight?
Yeah,
he just fought on
he's
the.
fight like 3 or 4 times.
Bro,
Fight
I
3 or 4
really
times,
look like the Blue Chew guy.
That
Why do I
picture
look
is
like
hilarious.
You really look
Why
scared.
do I look like the Blue Chew guy? No wonder people keep telling me that shit.
You looking like
Is
you
this-
about to get
is
got in bed, bro.
Is this from The Exorcist?
Yeah, this is a still of the movie.
That's
When
scary
Father
movie too.
Marin first goes into shit, the power of Christ compels you.
Joe's all fucked up. Look at him.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Pazuzu,
You literally
all
look
that good
afraid,
shit.
bro. You look scared. You really look scared.
Well, that's what happens when them Spence. That's what happens when them Spence fans get to you, man. They get fucking mad, bro.
Crazy, bro.
Get fucking mad.
Oh, bro, I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna call it right now. That rematch is not happening. For business
You don't think it's
wise,
happening, bro?